seen that glow on the YouTube screen. Sean B steps in where the cuts run deep. From a New York state of mind, she was born to see what gets lost in the dark, what they don't want to speak. Silk in her voice, but the questions hit hard. Pulling back the curtain, laying truth on the yard. Every hush-hush story, every shadow clue. She's piecing up the pain till the whole thing comes through. She don't chase noise, she follows the trail. When the headlines miss, she will still unveil. With a sharp-eyed soul and a heart that knows some stories need light so the healing can grow. On YouTube, tune in, let the realness rise. Like, share, subscribe, keep the truth alive. For the tears unseen and the cries turned low, she be lifting up the weight that the world let go. Every fact she finds got a purpose and pulse. Every case she touches makes the silence convulse. No cheap thrills, just grace and fire. Taking buried details higher and higher, where the whispers get drowned and the weak get missed. She's a soulful reminder they still exist. She can feel when the story ain't sitting right. So she walks through the dark just to bring back light. With that grown woman glow, intent and a flare, she's reaching for the truth 'cause it's waiting there. On YouTube, tune in, let the realness rise. Like, share, subscribe, keep the truth alive. Got that city soul, that uptown grace, and a mind that can read what time can't erase. So gather round close, let the story unfold. Some truths need a voice, some hearts need a hold, and she won't let the quiet just fade away. She's turning low, whispers into words that stay. On YouTube, tune in, let the realness rise. Let the realness rise. Gets revealed, and every story matters.
Hey, my babies. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Good morning. Hey, Buttercup. Hey, Niecy Pooh. What's up, Stink? Hey, Tina, my boo. How y'all doing this morning? What's going on, Lady Mysterious? Tawana, hey, Stig. What's going on, Pam? Thank you, Pam, for being the first sponsor of today's live. Thank you, baby. Hello, Steptoe. What's going on, Stink Butt? Hey, hey, hey. Sexy Mama Libra. What's going on, baby? How y'all doing? Yes, yes. Good morning, good morning. Y'all, I was sitting here talking to my good girlfriend. She is a damn fool. I promise y'all, she's silly as hell. She is silly as hell. She gonna make me take a trip. She really is. She gonna make me take a trip. But it's one of those girlfriends that you just got to sit. Y'all got to. I don't know. If there's a fireplace, light the fireplace and put on your comfy pajamas and your comfy socks and stuff and pour you a glass and just sit there and trip out in person. You know what I mean? Because, you can't do but so much over the phone. You want to get silly in person and stuff and put on your finest shit and go out on the town and fuck it up. You know what I mean? Be the girls in the room. You know what I'm saying? Yes, yes, yes. Yes. I love that for anybody. I love that for anybody. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, y'all, as y'all can see, the thumbnail says, why pick him to represent you? Now, it's a two-part series this morning. The second part is about the evil stepmother who is being tried for the murder of Jamaria Sessions. And Jamaria's father was arrested as well. But we all know that it was the stepmother, who did what she did. Good morning, Wanda Boo. What's going on, Queen? How you doing, babe? Thank you for joining us. Yes. We know that the father, I don't know his exact charges, and I'm going to get on him, later down the line, but the evil, for the most part, we know that his charges, well, his culpability anyway, is mostly neglect, abandonment kind of thing, right? But this evil stepmother, she is indeed an evil stepmother. So that's why the thumbnail is what it is. That dog is there for a purpose, and we'll talk about that. But first, we got the and I don't mean any disrespect, but my delivery is what the fuck it is. Somebody need to go take Carmelo's parents' temperature. Like, somebody need to go make sure that they cool. Somebody need to go make sure that that they really are right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not understanding, because it seems to me like they jump from the frying pan into the fire. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, like, what's good with these two? They go from, albeit, fish out of water with this situation, their son being caught up in something that I'm sure they couldn't in their wildest dreams imagine happening, as most of us parents, right? But they take all of this advice, they do no research, they just take advice, they hire the whitest motherfucker with the widest smile, and he winds up fucking them royally, okay? Like, royally, with no condom, okay? And now he can't be found in the daylight with 15 flashlights, okay? All right. So you would think that would set a precedence, a standard by which they make their next decisions. Tawana, YouTube kept that comment of yours because you said sexy. Her name is actually Six. I say sexy because that's just my thing. I give everybody a nickname, and sooner or later you'll have one too. I'm just, you know what I mean? It's got to come to me. I don't just make them up. It's like it just happens, right, baby? No, 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 no. You don't have no, 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 no. I didn't do it. YouTube did it because of the word sexy. YouTube is just simple like that, right? You are right, baby. You are right. It's my eyes too. That's why I was calling her sexy. I didn't even see that the shit said 6. I said, damn, what am I, dyslexic? But sexy mama Libra had done set in, so that's what I call her. You know what I mean? Yes, boo. Yes. But no, you don't have to apologize. It's not a bad word. But yeah. Yeah. Just put XEY. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, that's YouTube and their sensitive asses. You know what I mean? They could put every part of the anatomy on TV, but we can't say sexy on YouTube. It's the dumbest shit, right? Okay. And that's what I be meaning about. Like, I can say stuff up here, but it can't be in the chat. You see what I'm saying? That's a prime example, guys, right there. Like, I can cuss up here, but they won't allow it in the chat. That's what I'm saying. Good morning, Miss Linda. How are you, baby? Good morning. She said, good morning, family. So, like I was saying, you would think that after, YouTube be tripping sexy. Absolutely. You would think that with all of the guilt tripping that they're facing, and all of the humiliation that they feel due to their decision on an attorney for their child, that their standards would be so high that, the representative or the attorney to represent their son ain't even been born yet. Y'all understand me? Let alone done past the bar, right? Like, that bar would be so goddamn high, right? He would have to have graduated from Yale, Princeton, you know what I'm saying? All of them, every one of them, Columbia, all of them, right? But yeah, nah. Yeah, nah. At all. Okay. In fact, the family has elected to hire or, accept one Dominique Alexander to be their advocate, spokesperson, mouthpiece, representative, whatever you want to call him, right? And he used to be the face of the anti-police brutality movement, okay, there in Dallas. And he ain't the dude for the job. Not at this point in time, and as far as I'm concerned, not at any point of time. He need to be busy representing his goddamn self. Sexy Mama said, yes, Sean B. I saw an interview with parents, looked like they was lost. Absolutely. And it is because they keep picking the first person that jump in there. Like, unfortunately, babies, listen, Anthony's, listen. I understand, right? The urgency. But you got to move smart, babies. Y'all got to move smart, not fast. Don't run down and snatch one. Do your research, walk down and get them all. You understand that? That philosophy is very, very prevalent for y'all right now. Well, Sean B., why are you saying all that? What is it about this dude? Well, I'm going to tell y'all what it is about this dude. In 2009, and this is not alleged. This is not alleged. These are facts. So I ain't putting up no damn disclaimer, lady. Don't give it to me. Because it's a fact. And this is a teaching moment. So everybody listen. In 2009, Dominique Alexander was charged and indicted on a charge of injury to a child. In other words, baby shaken, for which he accepted a plea deal. That 2-year-old little boy did indeed suffer brain trauma, is what the examiner said, the medical staff said. It was his girlfriend's kid, his girlfriend's son. And from everything that I could find, it was, she said that he was mad at her. Nicole, yes, baby. Yep. Hey, Nicole, did I say hi to you earlier, boo? I'm sorry if I didn't. I'm sorry. Oh, wait a minute. That's what I did. I said Nicole. I'm looking at, see, I told y'all I be dyslexic sometimes. I'm looking at Nicole thinking about Nay. But anyway, boo. Hey. Hey. I said, hey, Niecy Pooh. I know she like, okay, Auntie, how you doing? I be dyslexic sometimes, y'all. It be right there in front of me and I don't see it. I love you, Stink. So yeah, the girlfriend said that. Tawana said, ooh, she funny. And no, lady and Tina, I don't need no medication. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Because that's what they're going to be saying in a minute. They're going to be like, okay, sis. No, lady going to say, listen, Linda. I'm in a good mood, guys. I am. And I haven't been in the last few days. I have not. But today I am. Thank God. All praises and glory, right? So this girlfriend said that they had been beefing. Look at her with the magnifying glass. Look, see how y'all do me? Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. And so the fucker took his anger out on a 2-year-old child. And he shook that baby until he physically damaged the baby's brain. Okay, y'all know what shaken baby syndrome is. Shaken baby syndrome is if you had a round container and you put something smaller in it and shook it. That is what a child's brain is doing inside of its skull. It's just knocking around, bumping around, knocking around. And there are stem cells, there are nerve endings in the back of our head and at the nape of our neck that can become severed or damaged. And all of that is what sends the signals that we require for our brain to function properly. And he shook that 2-year-old's baby until the baby suffered brain damage. I am, sexy mama. Thank you, boo. I am. I'm in a good mood today. Even though I ain't bringing good news, But what else is what else is new, right? And so he was given, and I'm gonna play this video from Hood Educated. Lady, if you can for me, or Sexy Mama or Tina, if you're not at work, if y'all can put Hood Educated's link in the comments, please. He is a good dude. He's a classic dude, respectful dude. He's transparent, and he keeps it 100% a bean. And I respect him and salute him wholeheartedly. Nicole, the baby was his girlfriend's. Now, I don't know if he's married today, but at the time in 2009, it was his girlfriend's. Sexy Mama Libra, there you go, doing your darn thing. Thank you, baby. Thank you, sexy. Thank you, stink. Thank you, thank you. But yes, Nicole, the baby was his girlfriend's at the time. Um, and Lady has dropped Hood Educated's link in the comments if you guys want to go check him out. I have subscribed. I've been subscribed to Hood for about 3 years now. He is a cool dude. He really is. And he's very honest, thorough, and like many content creators that I respect, he will often say, if I'm wrong, get with me in the comments and let me know. And I respect that about a person that can say, I don't know everything, but I'm going to share with you what I do. And y'all could either take it or leave it. I respect him. And so this is where this information in that I'm about to show you guys came from. But that's not the only charge, y'all. Oh, y'all thought that? No, that's not it. That's not it. See, because in 2015, Mr. Dominique Alexander was arrested when a girlfriend, I don't know if this is the same girlfriend from 2009 with the baby shaken, but in 2015, he was arrested for domestic violence against his girlfriend. He was arrested. She claimed that he was headbutting her, choking her, slapping her, and pushing her around where the apartment or the house. But the only reason why well, good morning, TC Chronicles, Sable. And thank you for that love. Thank you so much. Y'all showing me so much love. Thank you. Thank you, babe. And TC Chronicles also has a link. Okay. Lady, if you could drop that in the link. Oh, did you? Lord have mercy, I ain't sure. But TC Chronicles also has a page. And she's another queen that's got her shit together. She speak what she mean, and she mean what she speak. And I respect her totally. Absolutely. Thank you for joining us, TC, and thank you for that super sticker and super chat. Thank you, boo. And so, like I was saying, he was arrested in 2015 for domestic violence. And in 2019. Okay, because see, I'm not finished. In 2019 was when, because see, the girlfriend stayed with him when it happened in 2015. So then 4 years later, I guess she said, yeah, I done had enough. Let me call the police. And so when she called the police, she said, and I'll repeat, she said that he was headbutting, choking, slapping, and pushing her around. Now, it didn't, he was never convicted of it or saw any consequences for it because, like a whole lot of battered syndrome people, she never showed up in court. So the charges were dropped. And see, in certain states, the state don't pick up those charges. In New York State, those charges getting picked up. You ain't got to show up. The DA got it. You feel me? Because in certain states, they take domestic violence very seriously. And, they understand the syndrome. They understand the syndrome. And so if you don't show up, they're not going to drop the charges. They're not. They gonna pick them shits up and keep running until your ass is sitting in the consequence box. Okay? But wait. Y'all thought I was done? No, I'm not done. No. But see, this is who they chose to represent them. Right? This is who they chose to represent them. He was also arrested for forgery. Yeah. Passing bad checks. Dominique Alexander. This is not alleged. This is not my opinion. This is what he did. Facts are what they are. Okay? Check it out.
And we want to be taken serious. Stop it.
You hire a convicted, baby-shaking felon who's only in it for the money, who gives you bad advice, kicks me out of a press conference, and then you proceeded to gaslight me with your convicted felon, quote, advocate? Minister? Minister of what? Minister irrelevant? Minister of bullshit? How about Minister fuck you?
With the baby shaking felon that, Jeff Metcalf is talking about. Because I know a lot of people is wondering, who is he talking about, right? And I gotta be 100 with y'all. It don't look right, It don't look right at all. The person that he's talking about, that they hired to be their press secretary, or somebody that helps them, their advocate, or whatever the case may be. I just can't agree with this person that they have around them that's supposed to be the advocate. And the reason why I don't agree with it is because, what Jeff said is true. This brother right here that they got, Dominique Alexander is his name. His criminal history is distasteful. Now, look, I understand that people can change and stuff like that, and we all deserve a second chance. But in my eyes, right, certain people, they can't get a second chance.
Hey, Eb, hey, Stink. Perfect Blackness, how you doing? Just jump right on in the door, huh? You just come right through. No, hey, Sean B. Hey, Chad. Just come right through the door with the boop, 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 if you were him, huh? All right, boo. I see you.
With me. And, one of those or a couple of those is dealing with anybody that takes advantage of a woman sexually. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When she say no and, the person beat her up and then still take it from her. If you demonstrate that measure right there, stay over there, bro. Get back. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to treat you like the plague. You can't even sit at the table. I don't want to break bread with you. You can't eat with me. You can't get no money with me. We can't do no business, nothing. Because if you can do that to a woman, that tells me a lot about you. You see? And for somebody that would take advantage of a child, you see, touching on a child and doing things that he ain't got no business doing to a child. No. And for those that harm children, the worst. I can't stand them, y'all. Look, that's probably one of the reasons God probably gonna be like, hey, Hood, you was cool, bruh. You almost was there, but you just couldn't forgive people like that. You couldn't kick it around. I want you to forgive. I'm gonna say, man, in my flesh, that's tough for me. Probably in my spiritual form, maybe. I might, the physical might come back and be like, hey, nah, bruh, remember what you said in the physical. Because look, if you would harm a child, no, you disgraceful, bruh. No, we like this here. When you no. You see? And, Jeff called this man a baby shaking felon. And here's why. Check it out.
The prison sentence for the activist who led the protest the night of the ambush on police has been extended from 2 years to 5 years for his probation violations. Dominique Alexander's been the face of the anti-police brutality protest in Dallas.
Perfect blackness, you just gonna keep going, huh? You just gonna keep walking past me in my house and don't even speak. That's real cute. That's real cute.
And preached justice for all. Now a judge, apparently fixing an earlier error that gave him a lighter sentence, levied justice for an injury to a child conviction. Fox 4's Deion England has more from downtown Dallas.
Well, we respect each other over here.
Well, Clarice, the court documents explain or reveal what's been happening with Dominique Alexander's case dating back to 2011. It's been explained to.
You will not disregard me on my motherfucking house. How about that? You will not. Over here, we respect each other. So learn how to do that. For real. I don't know who you are, but you will not disregard me. Now, I let it go the first time, but you come back and you just keep right on talking like your point is all that fucking matters. And while over here, everybody's voice matters, your voice first needs to be heard when you speak to the host. Those are called manners. And if you don't have any, go learn them somewhere else. The fuck? You won't disregard me or the family. You ain't speak to no fucking body. The fuck? How disrespectful. You ain't speak to nobody. That's okay, Tina. I got it. That's all right. I let it go the first time. Some people forget. They be like, oh, my bad, Sean B. Or my bad, whose ever channel it is. How y'all doing? Hey, mods. What's going on, chat? You know what I'm saying? But no, this whoever the fuck it was, just jump right the fuck in and start talking. A whole fucking paragraph. Didn't say what's up, fuck y'all, nothing. Fuck out of here. Go create a burner account and see if you can come back. Because on that one, you will not. Ever. The fuck?
Us that an error with sentencing early on means he'll be in prison longer than first thought.
Because of my activism, because of my...
Let me rewind this. All the fucking distraction and shit. Get on my damn nerves.
The night of the ambush on police has been extended from 2 years to 5 years for his probation violations. Dominique Alexander's been the face of the anti-police brutality protest in Dallas and preached justice for all. Now a judge, apparently fixing an earlier error that gave him a lighter sentence, levied justice for an injury to a child conviction. Fox 4's Deion England has more from downtown Dallas.
Well, Clarice, the court documents explain or reveal what's been happening with Dominique Alexander's case dating back to 2011. It's been explained to us that an error with sentencing early on means he'll be in prison longer than first thought.
Because of my activism, because of my community organizing, I'm here to this day.
Police protest leader Dominique Alexander spoke to us while behind bars almost 2 weeks ago, though he didn't want his face shown, explaining he did not want his children to see him in prison stripes. Alexander was beginning a 2-year jail sentence for probation violations. That sentence tonight is longer, 5 years in prison.
And say what we have done since 2014.
We examined documents in Alexander's case that span before and since he became a vocal activist, leading marches and rallies to denounce police brutality. Attorney and retired judge John Crusoe is not involved in the case. But after looking at the documents, he notes Alexander was given 5 years probation in 2011 after pleading guilty to injury to a child. By 2013, he was back in court for violating the terms, which Crusoe says is when a sentencing error occurred.
Instead of sentencing him straight to the penitentiary or continuing him on probation, she gave him what's called regular probation. She sentenced him to 10 years confinement in the penitentiary and placed him on probation for 7 years, which was a void and incorrect sentence.
Should not have happened.
Should not have happened because under the law, she doesn't have the authority to do that for this type of case.
Last month, Alexander disrupted and was escorted out of a Dallas City Council meeting twice in one day. Police issued a warning for trespassing, then arrested him for traffic warrants.
I didn't do anything wrong.
And the latest, documents updated Friday morning indicate the court reconsidered the sentence on its own motion.
And we get to 2016 and the judge cuts him all kinds of slack. She's thinking by giving him the minimum sentence, which should have been 5 years, not 2 years. And then, of course, today it looks like it's all corrected up to a 5-year sentence.
I tried to reach the attorney who has spoken on behalf of Alexander before. She has not responded. Clarice, back
So,
to you.
Dion, do we know how the sentencing mistake was caught or who discovered it?
That's a question that we asked and wondered if Judge Crusoe had any response to. It's unclear exactly who caught the error or how it was discovered. The judge told us that what's interesting here is that the county has its computer system that sometimes and is known to catch errors like this. Some information will be rejected because he says it's.
I know a lot of y'all might be saying to yourself, hood educated, they just saying that he injured the child. What did he really do? Well, look, y'all, according to the court documents, they are saying that I believe in 2009, he had a relationship with a woman. And this woman had a 2-year-old son. And one day, for whatever reason it is, there is no reason, he grabbed this 2-year-old baby and shook his body violently to the point where he caused brain trauma to the child, injured the boy's head. Who could do that to a 2-year-old? Just because they get into it with the baby mama or just because he got into it with the baby mother and all that, why take it out on the child? What did the 2-year-old do? 2. I can't respect that. You can't be around me. And now you call yourself, a community activist for the youth and the people down there in Texas. Y'all allowing him to represent y'all? Come on, y'all. So there's no other brothers down there. I'm talking about qualified brothers, good backgrounds that y'all can't have, be the community activist for y'all community and for the children. How could we as a people expect people to take us serious when we got criminals representing us? Listen, check this out. I got to be 100. Look, no disrespect to my people, the hood educated residents out there in Dallas or Texas, period, but we got to do better. There's more qualified men with pristine backgrounds. You see? This is not him getting into a fight with another grown man, mutual combat, and he knocked the man out and the man got brain injury. We're talking about a 2-year-old child, y'all. We're going to put this person that damaged the brain of a 2-year-old child in front of the public and say, hey, he represents us. Yeah, this is our guy, right? This is the man right here. We got to do better than that.
Right.
And I'm talking about for the people that are surrounding him, that's allowing him to represent them. Look, no, And then he got the audacity to get in the public.
Oh, man.
Come on, man. This boy right here. Look, he don't respect y'all.
Oh, man.
He don't respect you. Because any man in his right mind that know that he did something like that would be like, hey, look, man, I'm all about the community and everything, but I'm not finna, I can't be the spokesman. I can't be the head. I can't lead this. Let me play the background. Mm-hmm. I done changed my life and everything. I'm done.
So see, y'all, actually what the person who I just banned from my channel was saying, I agree with them. But that just ain't the way you come and give, your opinion. You don't walk up on somebody's porch, in somebody's yard, in somebody's house, and don't speak to nobody. They call you out on it the first time and you still don't correct yourself. You act like your voice is more important than respecting the host or the family that you're interacting with. Your opinion is more important than respecting the person that you even expect to read your comment. It's ridiculous. You played yourself because in all actuality, I agreed with you, but your delivery was fucked up. Go learn something.
With all that, let me play the background. Look, y'all go on the front. Y'all got a better reputation than me. I got a violent criminal history. I shouldn't be the forefront. I shouldn't be the head, spearhead, nothing for the black community. And then expect other people, other races, other nationalities to take us serious. No, listen, this is a reputation game.
That's right.
You see, when you put him in front of, you know what they do when they see him coming? They say, oh, they got him representing them.
Exactly.
We done looked at his background. He's a dirtbag. Exactly. He did this to a child, and they allowing him to do it?
Exactly.
Watch this. Hey, Dominique, listen, we understand, buddy, that, you represent your peoples and things, and, you're trying to shake and move some things. Listen, here's what we would do. We don't want to bring up your background, but we will. So instead, look, here, take this right here, okay? Take this money. Let us do what we want to do, and you just pretend and act like, hey, check it out. I'm for the black people, okay? We're going to line you up, and you continue. We're going to allow you to continue to lead your people down this fucked up road and believing that you're going to save them, okay? We're going to line your pockets. You're going to be cool. Listen, he can be bribed. You see what I'm saying? Listen, a person that demonstrate like that, how could we trust this? No, he shouldn't be representing Carmelo Anthony. He shouldn't be representing nothing in Dallas. Nothing. He should not be spearheading no community activism whatsoever. I don't care if you changed your life. You touched a child,
right?
A 2-year-old. You damaged that boy. No, he can't represent us. He can't bump shoulders with us. He can't even be around us. We treat him like the plague. Hey, man, get back, man. Get away from here. No, come on, y'all. Look, there's better people down there that can represent y'all for real. And when y'all put this better person in front of the public and say, hey, this is our representative right here. This guy right here is our activist. And when they go look at his background, oh man, this man right here is married. This man right here got children. This man right here is a business owner. This man right here done been to law school. This man right here done did this, that, and the other. But he ain't hurt no child. You see what I'm saying? He ain't hurt no child. He doesn't have a criminal background. Then people say, okay, this is a representation of the people. But when you put people like him, and you put Dominique in front of the people, you know what you're saying? we don't know what the hell we doing, and we don't even care. We just gonna put anybody out there. And you know what they gonna look at? They gonna say, man, they doing this. Come on. Go look at some of they activists. Yeah. Go look at some of they people that they got representing them. I'm talking about anybody. And see if the man that is spearheading or the woman that is spearheading that community activist done touched on the child, hurt the child. No, listen, check this out. You can be a community activist on your own, but you don't represent the people. You see? But it don't stop there, y'all. It don't stop there. Because this boy right here love beating on women.
Here we go.
Yeah, he loved beating on women. In 2015, his girlfriend called the police. Hey, he beating on me over here. You see, this is 2015, right? Now look, for those of you know about woman beaters, they got a pattern. They got a pattern. They don't just beat you one time. You see, they beat you all the time. You see what I'm saying? And in 2019, the same woman that was with him in 2015 called the police again. Hey, look, he beat me again. They come and arrest him. In the police report, she said that this man been headbutting her, choking her, slapping her, pushing her on multiple occasions. Multiple. You see what I'm saying? This is a pattern. But the cold-blooded part about all that is this right here. When it came to put his ass in jail, you know what she did? What all battered women do? No, I don't want to go to court. I'm just going to leave it alone. No, you know, it is what it is. No, look.
Yeah.
This happens all the time. You see? And so he got away with that, even though she filed the report and everything. You see what I'm saying? He got away with that because she didn't want to pursue charges. Because that's what battered women do. The guy that they would think loved them, and then, you know, he get to saying that, baby, you know, I'm sorry, baby, I ain't gonna never do it no more. Baby, I'm sorry, you know, I'm finna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm finna change my life. I'm finna go to anger management. I'm finna take domestic abuse classes and all type of stuff, baby. I'm finna stop drinking. I'm finna leave that other girl alone across town. It's all about you. And the women, they just fall for it. He changed. No, you know, he done. But we can't blame the woman for that because she is being mental manipulated by an abuser. You see? And so this is the person that we putting in front of the people and saying that, hey, check this out. This is our activist. Yeah, he represent us. It gets deeper though. He a thief. You see? He done been locked up for forgery, writing bad checks. What, $3,000 to $30,000, somewhere around in that range. You see, this is a guy that Carmelo Anthony's family got representing them in the public. This so-called community activist. Look, let me be 100 with y'all. I would rather for a murderer, somebody that killed somebody, than to have a child abuser, a woman beater, a thief representing us. And the reason why I say that, because a lot of the times when this murder stuff happens, it's either mutual combat. You see, he trying to kill me, I'm trying to kill him. We've been warned, we've been trying to kill each other for the last 10 years, and I finally got him. But he shot me 3 times and then killed me, so I had to get back at him. You see, I would rather somebody like that. You see, so y'all might not agree with that, and I understand that, but I would rather have somebody like that at the fort if I'm going to have a criminal representing the people.
Right.
But I would rather have somebody with a pristine code, no criminal background. But I would choose a murder before I choose a woman abuser or before I choose a child abuser.
Absolutely. Me getting these comments for a second. Let me see. Go back. Lady says, Lord, let her be great. You know what? Forget you, lady. Lady, listen. TC said, Ebony, if you type in all that. Right, she's speaking to Ebony. Okay, right. If you type in all that, you could have spoke. Shit. I know that's right. Let me see. Okay. G&G, y'all talking. Tina says somebody dropped the ball somewhere. Absolutely. And the wrong Mickey Picky picked it up. Sexy Mama says, right. Don't know what's going on with people. Some respect. Exactly. Yes, Ebony. Ebony says, and this is the family spokesperson. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Lady says, I wonder if the family knew this. I don't know, but they know now. If they paying attention. If they're even paying attention. Because see, that's part of my point, lady, is after you make the first mistake on the choices that you made. I got the hiccups, y'all. Excuse me. Oh goodness. You would think that with all the people saying you didn't vet this lawyer, did anybody do any research on this lawyer to see if this lawyer has represented any black people before? God, I hate having the hiccups. But I don't know. I don't know if they said you know what, moving forward, we need to vet these people. Doesn't seem like they did. Sexy Mama says, make it make sense. Shaking my damn head. Yeah. TC said, I'm sorry. Sometimes it be our own people. Most of the time, boo. Sexy Mama said, oh, okay. She's talking to the chat. Thank you. Sexy Mama said, and we ain't mad at you, as Tupac would say. I know that's right. Tina said he wouldn't be representing me. I know that's cool. Sexy Mama said he would have been a loner, been there, done that. Wish a nigga would. Absolutely. Lady says the eyes don't see what the heart feels. That's true. But you see what Eb said? Eb said blah, blah, blah. Ebony is different, y'all. Ebony is so different. Ebony is different. When it comes to a nigga, man, listen. Ebony be like, man, fuck that nigga in a minute. Lady says, all right, research. That's right. Listen, y'all, I got my bottle of water right here. I'm drinking it, boo. I promise. So check it out, y'all. I want to take it back a little bit. This is just a little ad lib. And this is mainly for Ebony. This is mainly for Eb. She gonna be mad, but girl, you got to hear it.
Get it out.
Yeah. So talk to me about your day. Like, what's the day for Charleston White? What you doing?
Nobody remembers the last viral sensation. If you ask me, who was the last major viral sensation? So a motherfucker who goes viral got a minimum of a 2-year time limit before they expire, disappear, or go away before something else comes along and becomes the next viral moment. So I didn't want to just be a viral sensation. So once I understood content creation, homie, my daily life is centered and based around waking up every day creating content. Because nigga, that's what pays the bills. I know there's certain things that can happen in society. I don't care how sad, how horrific, how detrimental, how bad you think it is. It's content for somebody. But before it was content creation, the news was the content creators. Every night they had some content to present to us to keep us captivated. So I know if just say there's a traumatic event tomorrow, I know if I wake up and say something totally against what everybody else is saying, thinking, and feeling, I may secure 5 to 8 interviews based off what I've said online. So I just sit back and I just wait for shit to happen in life. And I look on the internet to say something mean and horrible or just go against what everybody else is supporting. And yeah, that's how I conquer the internet. I just go against the grain. I came to be a villain.
You came to be Batman.
I came to be, man, everybody want to be the good guy. Now, nigga, I intentionally and deliberately and willingly came online to play a villain. That's why it's fuck this, fuck that, fuck this, fuck that. Oh man, he's just doing this for, well, okay, you done caught on. Yeah, basically, you go right, I go left. It works every time. So yeah, nigga, I come to play the villain because this one thing I learned about black people. They turn on everything they love. You can write me a list of every great celebrity, and I can tell you black people once loved them and turned on them. You can go from James Brown, when he started falling and went on the high-speed chase and shooting the gun out the window, and he was taking the mug shot with his hair all over his head, black people turned on him. Michael Jackson, they turned on Michael Jackson. They turned on Whitney Houston. They turned on Bobby Brown. They turned on R. Kelly. They turned on P. Diddy. Nigga, I can go down and
Hi, Tamik. How you doing? Hello, Tamik.
Hey, nigga, I can go down a list of everybody they turned on. They turned on DMX. They used to laugh at him when they seen him at the gas station and he wasn't on stage performing no more. When he had to come be Earl Simmons, they laughed at him. When he was struggling with his addiction, they were laughing at him. So nigga, I said, okay, get them to hate you. Because there's a thin line between love and hate. I just want to get them to the line. I don't care if they hate me or love me. They gonna keep watching me. No matter either or hate or love, they gonna keep watching. So nigga, that's my formula.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think you made comments on Austin Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony murder.
Yeah.
Why do you think the media is shaping this as self-defense? What is your thoughts?
I don't want to hear that shit. No, I don't. So y'all see, that's who they had gotten advice from originally, right? They originally, amongst other people, you know, Charleston White wasn't the only person, but that's one of the people that they mostly, it's being said that they mostly listen to. Charleston White had told them, no, don't go with nobody black. Don't go with nobody black. Get you a white attorney and, you know, make it do what it do, right? And that white attorney wound up railroading, sending him clear up the river. Yes, Ebony, he does. He tells us exactly how he makes his money. And I can't stand him for it. I cannot stand him for it. Because, okay, they made reference to Batman, so let's do that then. How many of you guys can name every villain in the Batman movies? I can name one right off the top of my head. Or maybe two. But she was actually in love with Batman, and that was Poison Ivy. The other one is the Penguin. You know what I'm saying? Like, the villain don't always win. And the villain winds up getting it in the end. So I hope Charleston White is ready. Because it's awfully telling that he won't go outside or go in public without a shiesty mask on. Catwoman too. Yep, I forgot about. Oh shit, she's notorious. I don't even know how. Oh Lord, my husband be so mad right now because Batman is his shit. And why that interviewer said you wanted to be the bad guy, you wanted to be Batman, you dumb fuck. Batman wasn't the bad guy. You dumbass. What cartoons were you watching? What Batman movies were you watching when Batman was the bad guy? Like, I took that offensive, but I digress. Yep, the Joker. Yep. Catwoman, Poison Ivy, Penguin, Joker. What's that other one name? Iceman. That was what's his name? Damn, it's on the tip of my tongue. Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was the Iceman. And I don't know if Two-Face was Batman or Superman. I think he was Batman, but that was mostly I think it was Batman. He was Two-Face. He was hit with some acid and it burned off the side of his face. Yeah. But in the end, my point is the bad guy always wins last. The bad guy always loses sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? And so the fact that this is the approach, he's on some get rich quick scheme. But then he wants to contradict himself and say that he don't want to be just a viral moment. He wants it to last. Those are contradictions of terms because it goes against the societal norms. The spirit world will not allow you to last forever, moving the way that you're moving. But he's trying his damnedest, and that's why he keeps a shiesty mask on his face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish him the best, but I can't stand that glass-eyed, cockeyed, narrow, bony, cricket-looking motherfucker. Like dead ass. He looked like Jimmy the fucking Cricket. Dead ass. He does. And so, back on the parents, though, some people would say, well, all white people are not squeaky clean. I knew Ebony was going to laugh. Y'all, for real, that motherfucker looked like Jimmy the Cricket. Stop playing. Okay, Jimmy the Cricket even got a glass eye. Albeit it's a magnifying glass, but you understand what I'm saying. Some people are going to hear this and are going to say, or either heard hood educated when he said what he said, and they say, well, all white folks ain't squeaky clean. You just got to Google them too. And that's a fact. That is a fact. However, you order Planters peanut. Yes. CTC, come through now. Come through. Yes. The Planter peanut do. Yes. But while it's a fact that a lot of spokespersons' background is not squeaky clean, But just because you can do something does not mean you should. And in the climate of this case, with them already having gotten one hiccup wrong, right? You would think that they would cover all their bases, dot them I's and cross them T's, and then have another person look it over to make sure that they didn't miss anything, because this is their son's life that hangs in the balance. This is their son's life that has been taken from them. And yet they are still, opening the door for the first person to come knocking on it. That's very unfortunate. While they sitting in this $600, $900, whatever $100,000 home, they need to be putting their damn heads together to come up with one good brain that can figure out who the fuck is a good person. And if they don't know how to do that, then ask somebody who does. Like, seriously. This young man is about to be fighting for his life, and the mama busy getting facial surgery. Yeah, she did. Go back and look at the picture. She had her nose done. I ain't making this shit up. I told y'all ain't nothing I'm saying alleged. Nothing. She had her nose done. And I could show it up here, but I'm going to let y'all go look. Because, see, I love it when a person say that Sean B don't know what she talking about. Yes, Tamik. Absolutely. She had her nose done. Yes, ma'am. Did. But see, it's other conversations that I've been having with other people, and I would sure as fuck like to know if your son or daughter was about to be fighting for their life out on bail for a first-degree murder charge, you are going to move from a wide, sprawling estate just to go into another one. You're not working, haven't been. He got fired, and you're going to set the future of your family on the promises and pledges and donations of strangers. That's how you going. That's how you're gonna make plans for your future. To where you go move into a some odd $100,000 home where you're paying $3,000 plus for rent. You got your neighbors calling the police or investigators or telling the investigators, yo, it's Amazon boxes here all the time. Amazon delivery. Every time I turn around, it's Amazon. And they've got all these brand new cars in the driveway. Brand new cars. Now listen, y'all. Before y'all try to come for me and say, well, Sean B, they already had money. Okay. All right. That might be true. But like I said first, your child is out on bail for a first-degree murder, capital murder case in Texas. And y'all don't even think to get rid of one of those cars for a safety net to pay for a team of lawyers? No. Y'all keep boldly and proudly parking them in the driveway like it's fucking okay. And we wonder why the people that are pledging this and then go down and say, no, I'm not pledging that much. I'm a promise this much, even though I ain't sent shit yet. We wonder why they're doing that. Because I'm going to keep it a bean with y'all. I was mad that Cardi B went from 5 million to 1 million. But after finding out everything that I found out, I'm like, okay. All right. And still, a part of me is still saying, well, she could have just hired the lawyer and sent the lawyer to the son. Because, see, the fact of the matter is the parents are out of it. The parent, he has been charged as an adult. He's been charged as an adult. Thank you, Dave. You too. He's been charged as an adult. They don't have to give their approval about a damn thing. And I am so damn sure, no, I don't know this young man. Not from the bottom of your shoe do I know this young man. But if it's one thing that I do know is he is a fish out of water. And anybody come visit him, he is getting up from whatever cell he's sitting in. And he, just to get the fuck out of there, he going to sit in that visit. And so he sees a person sitting there, albeit looking professional, to come and sit with him. I guarantee you that intelligent young man is going to sit there and listen to them. And after that intelligent young man hears what this intelligent person has to say and who sent them, who retained them for him, he's going to say, okay. Okay. So I don't, you know, people have their opinions and y'all are entitled to them every day, all day. All I'm saying is, while some people feel like he won't listen to his mother and father, first of all, y'all know what my first question is. How do you know what that kid is going to do? You know him personally now, huh? Y'all know what I'm saying? And even if he would not have listened to anyone but his parents last year, we're talking about a young black man that right now today is sitting in a prison with a buck on his head. When I say a buck, I mean green paper with dead presidents on it. I don't think it's a stretch to assume that that ain't the same kid from last year. From last year, that kid was scared as hell. This year, because he didn't know. This year, right now, today, he's scared and he does know. His parents have told him time and time again, I'm sure, we are so sorry. We thought we could trust him. So you mean to tell me that if somebody come to him and say such and such sent me, and I'm willing to do this, and this, because I've been paid to do it. And I don't frankly want to give back some odd $1 million. And this being a celebrity, they could certainly make something happen to me if I don't do my goddamn job. I cannot hide. Y'all think he gonna say, no, I'm good, get up and leave? I don't think so. So one part of me is like, I understand why the pledges and the promises are decreasing in numbers. I totally understand. But on the other hand, I wish that they wouldn't, and they would just do the damn thing and send the dream team his way, bypass the parents, because they are repeatedly making asinine decisions. Tamik said, I want to hear your point of view because I have my own also. Something's not hitting right with them. Absolutely. A lot of people saying they just money hungry. All they want is the money. They want to come up off the downfall of their child and all that kind of stuff. And at this point, how can we say anything different? Because the decisions that they're making is not making any goddamn sense. So then someone like Lady would say, well, did they know that this guy, this Alexander dude is a crook? So, okay, maybe they did it. But damn it, that's part of the problem too. That's part of the problem too. When are they going to take their child's life serious? You just like, yep, come on. Yep, get in front of me. Yep. You take the heat. We don't want the heat. We tired of the heat being on us. Yep, come take the heat. No! You don't want somebody to just come stand in front of you that's going to take the heat. You want somebody that's going to come stand in front of you that's going to deflect that heat, prevent the heat, make a motherfucker shut the fuck up entirely. You want a motherfucker standing up in front of you that's going to do their research. You know, that the ops is going to do their research. Look at your representative, your spokesperson. Find out. Squeaky clean, ironclad, can't be touched. And it's crickets. It's crickets. Ain't nobody coming for nobody no more. Why? Because they don't want to fuck with that person, that representative, male or female. They don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. What can we say? There's nothing wrong with her. She didn't do this, she didn't do that, and she may have done that, but now she's doing this because people are human. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like a Jasmine Crockett. Like one of her. She got sisters that are in the same sorority, that went through the same gauntlet of education, that hold the same type of credentials. That's going to step up and ain't going to play. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like somebody from the Cochran firm. I keep throwing Johnny Cochran's name out there. I keep doing it. Because, see, Johnny Cochran came to Buffalo and made a little boy a multi-millionaire before he was even in grammar school. Why? Because his mama was hit by a bus. Because Buffalo had refused to make the bus line go to the mall. And she had to cross a busy street in order to get to her job in the mall. And she was hit by a bus and killed. Her son was a multi-millionaire by the time he reached grammar school. See, Johnny Cochran didn't come to Buffalo to play. And it wasn't even Buffalo, it was another suburb where the mall is at. He didn't come to play. And he's got his firm still stands. You not going to tell me that it ain't somebody at the Cochran firm that need that win. And the win is just sitting there waiting for somebody to come pick it up. It's just sitting there. And the Cochran firm is a multifaceted firm. They got criminal, they got domestic as in marital, property, like real estate kind of lawyers. They got all that. They have all of that. Divorce attorneys, all that. They got all that. Yet they go and pick up a domestic violence abuser that's a thief in 2000. Not 20 years ago, 30 years ago. No. In the very near past. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. So just so that I'm clear, all I'm saying is these celebrities that are pledging and getting their 5 more minutes of fame talking about they wanna, because that's what Cardi B said. I wanna donate 5 million because what they did to him was wrong. if she's since then said I'm gonna, I haven't heard it. See, words matter to me, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm anal just like that. Words matter. And actions means even more. I would like to think that the reason why we don't know about any attorneys thus far is because they're doing it the right way, quietly. Quietly. But by God, I pray that it's nobody the likes of Dominique Alexander. Nobody the likes of Charleston White. Like that's just nasty work right there. It is. That's nasty work. You got to prove you love your baby more than that to me. Not that I'm going to stop loving him or, caring about his well-being. I'm not gonna. Somebody need to. Yes, Nicole, they should have done their research. Tamik, what's your opinion, love? I've given mine. Y'all can give me yours. If anybody would like for me to drop the link, I'll do that. If it's too much to type in the comment sections, no problem. No problem at all. Give it a few seconds while I load up this other situation. Hold on. Nobody got nothing? Y'all good? Y'all good? Okay, I'm going to move on to the next part. Because I don't want to browbeat them. You know what I mean? I mean the family. No disrespect. They're going through a lot. I get it. But, I have a very low tolerance for, just being inadequate and dereliction and oh, okay, Tamik, all right, boo. I just, oh God, when it is something so serious, it's like putting a Band-Aid on a gaping wound. Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? A Band-Aid, and I mean one of them fucking Dollar Tree Band-Aids. That if enough air get up under that joint is coming off. I mean a cheap Band-Aid. A Band-Aid that ain't worth a damn. Why would you do that? But you want us to pray for you and to show compassion and all of that kind of stuff. Well, come on, you got to show some strength. So I'm not gonna browbeat them. I mean, you know what I mean? Okay, sexy mama. So I'm going to start the next half of this live about the evil stepmom. Y'all know what I like to do. I like to play the music to break it up, okay? All right, guys.
Late night glow on the YouTube YouTube screen. Sean B steps in where the cuts run deep. From a New York state of mind, she was born to see what gets lost in the dark, what they don't want to speak. Silk in her voice, but the questions hit hard. Pulling back the curtain, laying truth on the yard. Every hush-hush story, every shadow clue. She's piecing up the pain till the whole thing comes through. She don't chase noise, she follows the trail. When the headlines miss, she will still unveil. With a sharp-eyed soul and a heart that knows some stories need light so the healing can grow. On YouTube, tune in, let the realness rise. Like, share, subscribe, keep the truth alive. Sean B on the scene, bringing dark today, giving lost names rhythm, giving silence a say. Like, share, subscribe, let the people come through. When Sean B talks truth, baby, everybody knew. For the tears unseen and the cries turned low, she be lifting up the weight that the world let go. Every fact she finds got a purpose and pulse. Every case she touches makes the silence convulse. No.
All right, guys, I'm back. You know what, girl? Sexy mama, I love you. That's all I can say. I love you, boo. Thank you, Stay. Thank you. Okay, wait. What Tommy say? Hey, Mr. Goods, how you doing, love? Tamik said, again, as I stated, too many there, wasn't a fair trial, but he deserves some jail time. I believe his parents are making bad decisions based on their greed. Okay. All right. I don't agree. I believe that it was self-defense. I believe that people need to learn how to, one, stop thinking that they could tell people what to do. And when they don't do it, that they can push those people around. Because not everybody is timid, scared, or afraid. Some people don't have anything but time. Some people need to realize that you just don't know what's going on in a person's life that day, what's going on in their head, you know, how they may be feeling in that moment. Hey, Linda, thank you for coming in, baby. And some people just ain't fucking going for that shit. I ain't going nowhere. And you can't make me. And if you try, we gonna have to go on and shake a tail feather. That's it. We gonna have to go on and dance, boo. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. Who is Carla? You mean Cardi, Linda? Okay, I'll read that in 1 second. So Tamik, yeah. You know, and I think that when people think about, number one, that tent did not belong to those twins. That tent belonged to the school. That's number one. And whether or not he was invited, meaning KARMELO, whether or not KARMELO was invited under that tent, Carmelo was sitting there minding his business. He wasn't bothering nobody. They came fucking with him. Right? Okay. But we could take it all the way back. The school, ultimately, all of the schools are ultimately responsible because due to the weather, the event should have been canceled and nobody should have been there. No one at all. Because had a tornado came through there and fucked everybody up, then what? You see what I'm saying? So that's number one, because you know, Sean B, I like to go beneath the surface. I like to take it all the way back to the bean. And the bean is the first person of accountability. And the first person or persons or group of people or association, whatever, is the school. The whole event should have been canceled. That's number one. Number two, the twins were suspended. They weren't even supposed to be there. Y'all see what I'm saying? The twins were not even supposed to be there. They were suspended from school, therefore prohibited from participating in any school activities. Number three, the coach overruled the school's policy, procedures, and laws by giving the twins permission to be there. That was wrong as well. But not only did they, not only were they there, but they were doing what they've been allowed to do and get away with all this time. And that's bullying people. And unfortunately, this time, they bullied the wrong person. And that young man had every right to defend himself. Those two young men and whoever else was involved should learn to leave people alone. White folks all too often think that they have a right to tell black folks where they can sit, where they can stand. Why you cutting that grass? Stop selling bottled water on the corner. Why are you walking down my street? Why you walking through our apartment complex? Get from over here. Stop doing that. You shouldn't be on my street. I'm calling the police. You can't come in this hotel. It's a fucking hotel. But they think they can tell people who can be in the lobby of a hotel, as if only white folks go to that hotel. Y'all have seen the reels. Little boy, oh man, he got his little lawnmower. He cutting grass just to try to make a little change. Lady next door called the police on him. On a little boy. Two little boys get the police called on them because they selling bottled water. White folks really think that they could tell people what to do, where to do it, how to do it, and why to do it. And that's why this happened to that Metcalf kid. Because see, the apple don't fall far from the fucking tree. Just like the father said, the gag order is lifted now. I can speak my mind. And what he did was he took his hood off. That's what he did. Tamik said all that is clear, but a life was taken. We can't expect there to be no accountability or consequences. I can. That's why self-defense is a plea. That's why self-defense is a thing. That's why. Self-defense is a thing. It didn't just start with KARMELO. Self-defense is real. Right. I got you, Tamik. I got you, boo. But yeah, self-defense is real. Tamik, tell me this. What if that were your child sitting up under that tent, just trying to get out the rain? He ain't bothering nobody. Good kid. Respectful. 3-point something grade point average, because some say 5, some say 8, some done say 4.0. I don't fucking know. But he's a good kid. Never been in trouble before. But I'm saying though, so that definitely isn't fair. Okay, then I don't understand then. Because see, I can say that if my two twins, see, I can say this. My two twins walk up under or walk up on somebody and try to bully them, pick a fight with them, and one of my sons don't come home, all I'm doing is grieving the life of my son. I am not going to point the finger and say, you deserve to go to prison because you killed my son. My son was wrong. He picked a fight with the wrong person. I don't know. I can do that. I could look at it objectively that way. A lot of people can't. And that's fine. But I can. I'm an equal opportunity mama. When you're right, and I'm standing rich with you. When you're wrong, and consequences are what they are. You don't do the what ifs. Oh, well then I don't know how you have a dialogue then. I don't know how you have a dialogue. Because I don't know how you form an opinion if you can't put yourself in either one of those shoes. So we'll just agree to disagree. Okay? And that's fine. So this, guys, I covered this story months ago about the stepmother who was left, sexy mama drinking my water, who was left to care for her stepchild, while the father just ran off being community dick and shit, you know what I mean? And creating babies elsewhere. And sooner than later, the stepmother methodically starts to abuse this child. Not only physically, but verbally, emotionally, and even starving her and things of that nature. And after, she even did it while they were on a cruise. Right? This bitch right here is just evil. And when they came back from the cruise, she wound up killing this little girl, Jamaria Sessions. She wound up killing her. And put her in the closet. And when Jamaria Sessions' father came to the house for whatever reason, he didn't even look for his daughter. The evil stepmother told him, oh, she's going back to California. He didn't get on the phone, call the grandmother to confirm it. Nothing. He just left. He just left. And sooner than later, they were looking for the baby and they found her in the closet. But what I never did get to show was parts of the interrogation and things of that nature. And some of you guys wanted to see that. They wanted to, because she has now, the state is now seeking the death penalty against her. And I am so happy. And this was while they were there at the house, and the baby has been discovered. The little girl has been discovered.
Banana and Gatorade. Okay, so she threw that up, and then you guys get there, and then what happens? Well, actually, when did she? Yeah, we was almost there when she threw up. When we got out the car, she was walking fine, and then she was like, when we got halfway down the roadway, she was like, I'm starting to feel weak. So I walked her back to the car, and the girls went ahead of me. So I got in the car, and I went and picked the girls up. I went and told the girls that I was going to go around and for them to go ahead and go to the airport so I can get her wheelchair assistance. Okay, so you got her a wheelchair? I wasn't able to. Oh, you weren't able to? Okay. No, because when they said that I have to book it through the airline, I have to go through the airline or something to get the wheelchair or something. So we remained in the car. Okay. So why was she feeling weak? Just because she was sick, or was she having other injuries? We just came back from out of the country or whatever. So she's been sick, and about 6, 7 other of us. She did fall the other day. We have I guess a leak from the ceiling in our living room, and I guess she said she was walking in the dark and didn't see the dog food bag, tripped over the dog food bag, fell because slipped in the puddle of water. She said she hit her head, but when I checked, I didn't see any bumps or anything. So she said she twisted her ankle. I put a compression sock on and allowed her to ice it. Okay. Who's this woman here? That's Dad. Okay, that's Dad. Yeah. All right, so store dog food. How long ago did that trip happen? That was maybe 3 days ago. So like Friday? Yeah. Okay. Thursday or Friday. All right. And then, so that's when she twisted her ankle? Yeah. All right. Well, she said it felt, I don't know if she really, she said it was a little pain. I just know that So, okay, so did you guys put ice on it? Did you guys give her like compression sock and ice? Okay, compression sock and ice. All right. And she was actually walking on it fine. She said when she got in the tub to sit down, it swelled up. Okay. From being in the water, that's what she said. So we gave her the crutch that we had. Crutch that we had in the house. Okay, so you gave her crutches. Did you guys take her to the doctor at all? No, we didn't. Okay. And then you said you went out of the country. How did you go? Did you fly or? So we went on a cruise ship, and where'd you guys go to? Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and Virgin Islands. So Dominican Republic was the only one I had to go. Okay, so you guys with all three of them, right? That's important in case she has something that she may have got over there. Did she get off the ship at all on these islands? Yes. And she was walking around? Yes. Okay. All right, good. That's okay. So where does, I know Mom's here now. Does he normally live here? Yes. He's only been gone, I think, 3 days. So he left on Thursday or Friday? Yeah. What does he do for work? He works at is it a paint? It's a paint shop or something. But he live there though. Why is he never here? Does he live in Orlando because it's closer to work, or? I mean, he's in school. We're both never here due to me having to take him backwards and forth to school and then work, school and then work, school and then work. So it's just easier for him to be in Orlando? No, right now he's only been there for a couple of days because he had an injury. He busted his head and knocked his tooth out.
Okay. How'd that happen?
He told me that he was on a bicycle. He left the job, got on a bicycle and tripped on the way back to the job.
Okay. Does he know about his daughter already?
So I called him to tell him to come to the house, but I didn't tell him.
Okay, so he doesn't know anything yet. All right, so you guys get home. You guys get home, what, around 10 o'clock in the morning, roughly, from Orlando back to here?
I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, around that time.
So early in the morning, like around 10. But okay, so what happened the rest of the day? What did you do for the rest of the day?
The day, I took medicine.
What'd you take?
I took ibuprofens and stuff and Tylenol to get, my throat was hurting really bad, so the medicine put me to sleep. I was sleeping all day. Jamaria was actually telling me that she felt better. Once we got back, I gave her a popsicle, 2 popsicles. She ate them. She was on the couch. Before I went to sleep, I told the girls I was going to sleep and alarm in the house. I believe they went to the park or something.
Jamaria did?
I'm not sure.
Okay, you're not sure. You were asleep, right? So what time did you wake up?
I woke up I woke up periodically. But I stayed in bed.
Right.
You mean like when I found her?
No, like, so did you stay in bed throughout the night last night?
When I went to sleep, it was only about 7 o'clock at night.
Okay.
So I think I slept to about 12 something, got up, just sat up in the bed, drank something, lay back down, and I think I was calling my mom back because I saw she had a missed call or whatever. I don't remember. I just know that I never got out of bed.
You have your phone with you. Can you look at that phone and see what time you called your mom back?
Yes. She called me at 11:43. That's probably what woke me. I called her back at 12:05.
Okay. And then where was Jamaria at that time at 12:05? Was she in her room, or you don't know, or was she with you?
She was. I don't know where she was at that time.
Okay. You never got up to go check?
No.
Anybody? Okay.
She sleeps. She doesn't have a room. She sleeps anywhere.
Anywhere? Okay.
Mostly in Naya's room.
Okay.
Or on the couch. Well, she was sleeping in Naya's room, but she was doing things that her dad didn't like, so her dad made her sleep on the couch.
What was that?
Stealing from the girls, talking about boys a lot, being nasty, not bathing and stuff like that.
Okay, so she had to sleep on the couch. Okay. So this morning you get up out of bed and you go to check on Jamaria. What happened there? Like, why did you go in there to check on her?
No, I actually I got up and I turned the light on and I noticed that she was on the mattress.
So she was in the same room you were in?
Yes.
Okay.
I tapped her, asked her, do she want to go to the do she need to go to the bathroom? And she didn't respond.
Okay. And then you called 911?
Yes.
What was she wearing?
She didn't have on anything.
No socks, no shoes, no clothes, nothing?
No, she must have, but that's normal. Most of the girls walk around like that.
Okay.
I don't know, I have an autistic daughter and she does it all day long. I think Jamaria probably was hot or something, or I don't know. But she usually takes her clothes off when she is hot.
Okay. And so she had a burn to the top of her foot. How did she get the burn?
So my daughter, she does hair as well.
Which daughter?
My 9-year, well, all of them, but my 9-year-old daughter does hair. And she did her hair and they both dipped her hair in the hot water That's just a method of doing hair. And she said some of the hot water spilled on her foot, but she said she never saw a burn, and I'm thinking it's due to the compression sock being on her.
That she was wearing?
Jamaria never complained about a burn.
Ooh, let's break it down thus far. Let's break it down. Buttercup, I saw your comment, baby. I highlighted it on the screen. And that is absolutely yet another example of how they really do think that they have control over our anatomy. Right? They really do. They think that they can tell us what we can do and what we can't do and when to do it. And everybody's not going for that. Right? Like seriously. And, you know, like we were saying, and then I'm totally going to get off this topic. Like we were saying, everybody in that damn school zone knew that those twins were big bullies. They fought people and beat up people all the time. So there's that. Okay, now for this case, can somebody tell me if y'all had woken up out of bed? Because first we gonna give her the benefit of the doubt, right? Even though we know, we just gonna walk it back. If you had gotten out of bed after being asleep for 6 hours, 5.5, 6 hours, and you touched your child, albeit stepchild, that you so love so goddamn much, and that child don't respond. And I hate when people put it that way, because all it does is beg another question. Was the child sleeping for the reason why they didn't respond? Was the child cold to the touch? Did you know the child was dead? Like just say it. She was cold to the touch, so I knew something was wrong. Or she was still sleeping, so I didn't want to wake her up. Like put it that way. But see, with this bitch, what pisses me off is, and that's when you know a person is lying. She got a question. She got an answer for every fucking thing until she don't. And then it's, I don't know. It's simply, I don't know. But my question to y'all is, could y'all have woken up after being asleep for all those hours? You touch your child. You wind up having to call law enforcement, medical attention, emergency. They're there. They tell you that this child has died. And you sitting there like that in the car talking. You got all your shit together like that. That's how you giving an account of what's happened. Because I couldn't do that. I'm just saying everybody ain't the same, and I know it. But goddamn. Like, goddamn. Like, they haven't even moved her out the house yet. Her body is still in the house. And I mean, really? She don't have a piece of tissue in her hand where she's having to dry her face and, you know, wipe the snot from her nose, anything, nothing. She's not retching her hands. She's not appearing to be anxious about anything. I mean, damn. Where's the love? Where's the love? Pamela says she's full of it, and I can't with this wench. I know that's right. Linda says lies written all over her face. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I never, we didn't take the compression sock off until today.
Okay. So you took it. So when I said if you found her wearing any clothes, you said no, she wasn't wearing any clothes, and now you're saying you took the compression sock off.
Well, not Monday,
today.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yes.
Okay, so Sunday you took it off, and then you saw the burn.
Yes.
Did you guys do anything at that point to treat that burn?
Yes.
What'd you guys do?
Neosporin, we put Neosporin on it. But it was only at the top of her toe.
Okay.
So I was like,
it didn't look bad. No,
it didn't look bad at all. My daughter said, I believe she said her skin was coming off when she took the compression sock off.
And that was Sunday.
Yes.
All right.
The other question, guys, that I forgot. You letting a 9-year-old handle boiling water for hair? Are y'all doing that? Y'all letting a 9-year-old handle boiling hot water? Y'all doing that? Y'all letting a 9-year-old do that? Because I'm not. Boiling hot water? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. They didn't have a towel or nothing. I believe, and I believe it's going to come out in the interrogation, if I'm not mistaken, that the water was poured on her head. Was poured on her head. Yeah. I'll continue.
Where is Julia, Jamaria's sister?
She's with his mom.
And that's in Orlando?
Yes.
All right. Why is she there?
Apparently, she said she didn't want to be around us. We were too strict on her and all type of stuff. That's what she was saying. So it was just becoming too much of a problem. And we made the decision for her to go over there and be cared for because, you know, it was a lot of stuff going on with her.
What happened to Julia and Jamaria's mom?
I believe she had cancer.
Okay.
I believe.
And passed away.
Okay.
Now she acting like she don't know nothing about.
You tried doing CPR this morning?
Yes, sir.
She trying to act like she don't know nothing about the chick she been beefing with for years.
Disciplining kids. Do you discipline Jamaria and Julia when she lived here?
Yes.
How do you discipline?
They're supposed to run. If they do something, they supposed to do squats. Or, you know, Dad had made them like just go up and down the stairs or whatever, holding something or whatever. I have popped them on the hands before. I pretty much, if Dad feel like he wanna whoop them, leave that to him. No going with the other kids to places, staying home if, you know, you haven't did what you're supposed to do.
Right.
She's such a liar. She is such a liar. I'm going to move this to the interrogation.
Myself to you because you and I have never met. My name is Tammy Dale. I'm a lieutenant actually with the sheriff's office. Criminal investigations, which is where Detective Mercer also works. Do you need anything? Do you need a bathroom or water or anything? So just okay. And I know this is an uncomfortable way to update you on this case, but as long as you want to and you're willing to talk to us, we'll give you a case update. And then talk to you if you're willing to talk to us. I wanted to meet you. I've never met you before, so you knew that. And kind of talk to you woman to woman also, because I think you only talk to the dudes, and I think this case is a little more complicated than some people are giving it credit for. They're looking at it in a black and white medical sense, and I see a little bit more to it than that. Maybe not, but get your take on that if you're willing. I don't know. I see a young lady who's watching 5 kids, sometimes 6 kids on her own with no help from Juan, it looks like. I mean, he's working, he's going to school, I get that. So, I know one of your children is autistic, right, too. And everyone that I haven't talked to, but I've seen the interviews say that Jamaria was, God rest her soul, quite a handful. Steal things and lie about things and lie about stealing things. And so anyway, I wonder if there's more to the story than just the black and white. I don't know. I mean, you can tell us if that's the case if you wanted to. But
I want to get
you can wait on.
guy comes in at.
So I don't have to regurgitate anything that you say to us. Yeah. I'm sorry though that you and your family are going through this.
Honestly, let him talk to her on the phone, or he would talk to her on the camera. A lot of times he would just beep in and talk to her over the camera, and she would listen to him through there. And I whooped her before.
But wait, didn't she say she left the whooping up to him? Didn't she say she left the whipping up to him? She said in the car, I spanked them on their hands a few times. Bitch, you a damn lie. These are not babies. These are not babies. And the worst thing you could do in an interrogation is lie like that. Like that is something, number one, spanking, whooping, whatever word you want to use, is not illegal. That's number one. Especially when a child is left in your care. Now she's demonstrating how in the car she said that he had only been gone 3 or 4 days. But now she's talking about how the father would talk to his daughter through the camera, meaning that the camera on the house. Like, come the fuck on, bitch.
Honestly, I yell a lot. Mm-hmm. I yell a lot to try to scare them.
And her sucking her teeth gets on my nerves. Every time she get ready to say something, I can't even do it. And then she speak. And then she speak. Oh God.
To get my point across.
But you're essentially a single mom. I mean, he's gone at work or school all day long or playing with
friends. And that just started. Like that just started. Like I was honestly trying to do those things to get him away from me. Because I didn't help get him a job, put him in school. Like I did, I paid for all of that, did all of that. I just figured if he didn't have anything going on, he wouldn't leave the relationship.
Yeah.
And it was just too overwhelming for me because like my kids didn't have, before they came, we never experienced a lifestyle like that.
She a lie.
So
she is a whole lie. This chick and those girls' mother were beefing. Period. Like women do. You know what I'm saying? He may be with you, but I'm where you want to be type of bullshit. Literally. And it wasn't until their mother died that this sorry motherfucker wanted custody of his children. All because they wanted that woman's Social Security. They wanted the money. She's a damn lie. He been this type of dude. Even while he was locked up, because he out on parole when this happened. Parole, probation, one of them. And they had been beefing. Her and their mother. She lied like hell, Steptoe. Yes, she does. Linda says, yes, she did. That's why it's not good to lie, because you have to try to keep up with the first lie she told. Exactly. Thank you, sexy mama. Thank you. Tina said this poor baby didn't have a chance. She didn't. She didn't. And the real abuse started once the other sister was gone. That's why they let her leave. That's why they sent her on. To put distance so no one would be there to tell. Because if y'all ever go back and listen to this whole thing, you will hear that her children did no wrong. Oh man, her children were angels, little angels. It was all Jamaria. Something come up missing, Jamaria did it. Something come up broken, Jamaria did it. Jamaria was making nasty sexual comments and all this kind of stuff. She's a fucking lie. And I wouldn't give a damn what Jamaria was doing. What this bitch ultimately did to that child was evil.
When did Jalea and Jamaria move into your place?
He got out in August. I believe they came in October. Jalea came in day one with problems.
Ain't asked you that.
Eventually, she just let us know, hey, my mom and my grandma, my nana told us that they don't like y'all and I'm not going to listen to y'all. It went from that to her purposely doing things to the girls' things and just doing things around the house, telling her dad what she's not going to do, etc. All that.
So when you say things, what things? What were they doing? What
she took peppermint oil and would put it in the girls' makeup sponges. So like peppermint. She would purposely piss around the house, saying that she didn't want to go to the toilet. They were stealing the other kids' stuff, purposely just hiding it to basically. She knew what she was doing because she was saying, I don't want to be good like the other kids. I want to be bad.
What child says that, y'all? What child says that? What child says, I don't want to be good. I want to be bad? Linda says, why that grandma didn't take both of the kids? How old were the children? You know what? I think I have the notes in my notebook. I'm going to look up the age for you. I don't know why their maternal grandmother didn't come and take them. I think by the time the maternal grandmother found out about anything, it was too late. I think it was too late by then, but yeah. Hold on, I'm looking. I might have gone off of memory when I did this story. Yo, we done covered a lot of cases, guys. Wow. Wow. Okay. I think I'm just going to look it up. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to look it up, guys. At what age was Jamaria Sessions killed? She was 9 years old. She was 9 years old. Yeah. She was 9. 9 years old, Linda. Yep. Now, I can't remember if her sister was older than her or not. I can't remember. But Jamaria was 9.
So it's like, and a lot of that stuff I had to record because it was something I never seen before.
Right. And when you say record, what were you recording? Just her behavior or saying things or acting a certain way?
I would record, like I would try to talk to them and get an understanding, and they would like just say stuff like their mom is telling them to do those things and stuff. And I felt like I never heard a child say that before, so I would record that type of stuff so I can send to dad or just my mom or just somebody, like just be a witness of, wow, like this is what I'm going through.
Send that to them?
I sent it to dad.
What was his reaction?
He would just always say, I mean, he would say he blamed the grandma and the mom. And he would sometimes text the grandma, letting her know how he feel about it because,
now y'all see she lying because the mother is gone. Those girls did not come there until their mother was dead. So how in the hell is she telling the grandmother and the mother? How is the mother telling the children what to do, how to act, not to behave, not to listen to the adults? The mother is gone. That's why she said she sent it to the grandmother because she couldn't send it to the mother. Number one. Number two, that's why she said the father asked the grandmother what's going on because she knew he couldn't ask the mother. But wait a minute though. Why do you need to send recording to the father? I thought he was living there and he had only been gone for 3 or 4 days. Oh, okay.
Initially, we wasn't trying to get the kids. We just wanted visitation, but the grandma wouldn't allow him to get the kids, so he had to go through removing them from school, etc.
And that's exactly what he did. He went and basically kidnapped them kids from school and then went through the paperwork. Okay? Tina said, don't take your anger out on the kids, especially when it's adults beefing. Don't do that. It's not the children's fault that grown people don't know how to act.
What about school? You moved them to your house or LaWanda? What was their attendance and behavior in school?
So, Jalea, I don't believe she was there that long. She went to the school and told them that I hit her in the head with the phone. That's the story I heard from when they called his phone. But when she got in the car, she told us something different, that she didn't say that. So then he was like, he couldn't take it no more. So she eventually just went to his mom's house, and Jamaria, so their attendance was kind of rocky because some days they wanted to go to school, some days they didn't want to go, and because they were adjusting, we were allowing them to adjust. But like sometimes if one of the other kids was sick or wanted to stay home, then one of them would want to follow up behind them, and then they stay home or stuff like that. I honestly wasn't against it because if you check the history before they came along, my kids never missed a day, ever.
Well, they go to them angels.
All right. So when did Jalea go live with Alon's mom?
Jalea went and lived with Jamar, Roxanne, I believe, right before January.
Okay. All right. So how was, with Jalea gone, how was Jamaria up until May, between January and May?
Jamaria gave us problems, but kid problems.
Okay.
Like nothing to be on the lookout for. It's just that last, like when we let her go over to his mom's in April, she let us know, she let me know, Jamaria let me know that his mom told her to start acting exactly how Jalea was acting. So
the fucking lie, man. I can't stand this bitch. Linda says she trying to put this on the baby. It could have been her own kids. doing everything. She lying because it doesn't sound like dad even care for his kids, nor her mean, but neither. Tina says, excuse me, ma'am, but you was making this baby's nerves bad as hell. And that's why she was peeing in the bed. No, she said she was peeing all over the house, Tina. And that baby wasn't peeing all over the house. That goddamn dog was. But we gonna get there. In fact, let me move this up. So.
Okay. I don't remember her being in there unless she was on the other side of the room and
she was there behind the TV. I mean, it's possibly where her mattress where she was found at. So
I'm not. If she was at the time, I'm not sure.
Okay. And then at some point they got up and denied, according to Denia and Deshara. Denia and Deshara and Azaria and Egypt got up and they went into Azaria's room to play Roblox. And they left you and Jamaria alone. I guess you were asleep. You wouldn't know, right? Well, I'm just talking. So, and then Denia later gets a text from you for her to come to the room. So you said, I guess it was just like come or Denia come or whatever you were calling for. What was that for? It was like
I probably wanted something to drink or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. And then you were telling me that you missed a call from your mom around midnight and then you called her back a couple minutes later.
Yeah. I had been sleeping all day basically, like since we got back. So I was I was calling. I actually was messing with it, like, yeah, you gonna pick up this phone.
Right. And so while you're in the room alone and you text Denia, I mean, obviously your phone's right next to you, right? And you have the ability to call Denia or text her. So then, presumably, according to your story, what happens next? You wake up and then it's 4 o'clock in the morning or earlier, whatever time you woke up. Kind of go from there when you woke up.
Can't quite remember the time. I went in the bathroom. I didn't see her walking out of the room, but walking back into the room, I saw her on the mattress. I knew she had been peeing on herself, so I tapped her and said, do you have to use the bathroom? She didn't respond. Tapped her again, she didn't have to use it, and she didn't respond, so then I called the police.
Okay. And then anybody can try to do CPR on Jamaria.
You tap your child don't respond. I'm going to put myself in that situation. I tap my child to wake them up. They don't respond. I might walk away, go do something. Doobie, come on, get up. Don't you got to go pee? Come on, go pee. Come on, go pee-pee. I don't get a response. I go back. I tap Doobie again. Doobie, come on, go pee-pee. But I'm noticing that my child don't feel right. Like he don't physically feel to the touch. He don't feel right. I am then going to grab my child's limb, his hand, his foot, depending on what part of the body is near where I'm at. And I'm going to shake him. Come on, get up, go pee. Because human nature, it ain't set in right. It hasn't set in exact. Like death is the farthest thing from my mind. You know what I mean? So I'm like, Doobie, come on here and go pee now. So I've gone back to bed. Now I'm wondering what's wrong. I'm not worried yet. I'm just wondering, like, damn, you can't be that damn asleep. Now my other senses are kicking in. I'm listening to hear if he's snoring. I'm looking to see if he's playing with me, playing sleep kind of thing. You know what I mean? But then by then I done touched enough of my child's body that I realize this is not right. This is not right. But I have interacted with my child's body and him so much. 1 or 2 taps ain't all the fuck I'm doing before I call the police. She called the fucking police because she knew what the fuck she had did. She knew that child was dead. She didn't have to be told. She knew it. on top of the damage that she did to that baby's body. Oh man, listen here.
Me and Deshaun.
Okay. And did you notice anything particular about her when you tried doing CPR? Did you notice if she was stiff, if she was cold?
Yeah, she was stiff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And which was she face up? Was she face down?
She was sleeping face down like regularly, how she always sleeps.
So sleeping on her stomach. And then you guys flipped her to start doing CPR, obviously, right? Was she?
I believe they had her the shower flipping.
Okay. I know they had Deshaun. 911 told Deshaun to pull her off the mattress onto the floor, but we don't know if she was face up or face down. So I was kind of trying to ask you.
I believe she was. You mean after the mattress?
No, when you first saw her on the mattress,
face down.
She was face down. Okay, and then afterwards, you guys flipped her because you had to do CPR, your mouth falling, and she was wrapped up in a blanket. All right. Was she wearing any clothing?
I don't know as far as under. She had a blanket on her. So.
Okay. All right. Does she normally sleep nude?
Sometimes.
That's not me.
I heard Denia was telling me that her Jamaria in Egypt kind of do that.
Yeah, them too. Like Egypt a lot, but Jamaria sometimes.
Okay. So you call 911, EMS gets there, and do you remember what you told EMS when they got there? Okay. All right.
Why don't you remember the truth?
So,
how is it you don't remember the truth? Nah, she don't remember because she don't remember the lies she told. Because the truth don't change.
Questions?
Go back to when Seven bit her. Can you describe her injuries from Seven?
I'm sorry.
When Seven bit her and you took her to the hospital, what were those injuries like?
To be honest, she already had, like, she was the type of child to take initiative of her, take steps of her own. So she had already wrapped her arm up, and I didn't get to see it.
What made you take her to the hospital?
Because they called and said she had got bitten by the dog. And they said it was deep or whatever. So, I got home, tried to take her, but, he had a problem with that. He didn't want, I guess because he had custody, they're in his custody or whatever. However, I don't know. He wanted to do that. What was probably going through my head was that, probably like, I'm tired of talking to you, listen, do what you're supposed to do. A lot of times I just felt like I was the one protecting her, for her to turn around and not listen to me when I'm the one keeping you protected from your dad. So I did have moments that I did react to being tired of her not listening to me.
Okay. Do you remember what she had not listened to on that day?
That's what I was trying to think of. I think it was the fact that she was being sexual. I think it was the sexual thing that made me react like that, because I feel like she's too little of a girl to be talking about and asking my older girls about sex and asking them why they want tape and stuff like that. I just probably was overwhelmed with all of that.
So in our line of work, usually if we see something in a 9-year-old that says that, it makes us wonder where they learned it from.
Exactly.
Right? And if she didn't learn it from you, who's the other guy figure she has in the house?
Right.
So I understand it's frustrating that she may be asking questions like that, but there may be underlying reasons why she's asking these questions.
Well, with me, I will always ask her. I will always try to get down and get an understanding from her. And she was just like, she saw her auntie doing those things, and they were allowed to have a boyfriend before they moved with us and stuff.
She is such a fucking liar. The little girl was 9 years old. 9. Fucking 9. 9. What? Who on earth is letting a 9-year-old have a boyfriend? Huh? She is so pathetic.
Well, you know, and there's another video too of her running in place. You had her running in place, and then for whatever reason, you kicked her from behind and she trips over the bag of dog food. That's when she sprained her ankle. I mean, that's because the next video with her in it, she's wearing an ankle wrap. It fits. There's no video of her wandering through the downstairs living room, tripping over a bag of dog food. There's a video of her proceeding wearing a wrap on her foot, of her running in place and you kicking her and her falling over a bag of dog food. So it's kind of like a half truth, and that's.
If she sprung her ankle at that time, I did not know.
No, that's fine. But I'm telling you that she.
Said you was kicking this kid. You just gonna breeze right past that though, huh? He just said he saw you on multiple different occasions kicking this baby and knocking her down. You don't say nothing about that.
Kicked her over a bag of dog food, and she may have sprained her ankle at that time, right? But there's no video of her wandering around the room. I mean, I will tell you this, that your cameras are top notch. We got 2,820 videos that I had to go through. And it captured a lot inside your home. I know that LaJuan doesn't know the door code to your door. I know that because there's so many videos of him standing outside like an idiot, waiting on someone to open the door for him.
But that was before we just got it. We just recently got it done, and he was the one that had to be there with the guy to program everything.
I also know that he stood in front of your door on several occasions like an idiot, not knowing the code. I also know every time your doors were open and when they were closed. I have every video of every person that's been in your house, from the pest control guy that you canceled when your mom was there, to LaJuan, to Deshara's boyfriend and Denai's boyfriend. They snuck in, from them smoking weed to them drinking alcohol. And I have all of that.
Right. I mean, he told me that he's the one that set the code for the front door. The side door, he don't have the code for that. He didn't have the code for that.
Spends a lot of time outside standing in front of the door looking like an idiot for someone that has a code.
Maybe the chain was on the door.
That's why I wanted to talk with you. You can see you spent 2.5 months figuring out what happened. We have videos, texts, reports from KARMELO. I wanted to ask you why. And you're kind of disclosing some of that. What was going through your head? Who else is involved? Are you the only person who should be sitting in that seat, or should someone else be?
Yeah, homegirl.
Is there a reason behind this?
Just don't
Is there an
think
explanation?
that it's nothing that I did physically that could have caused her death. That's just. I mean, I know what he told me, so that's. Well, not me, but told her. He like basically let her know that he was going to kill her. So, I mean, I didn't know if that was a scare tactic or what, but honestly.
So what do you think?
Right.
Who caused those marks? You, LaJuan, someone else?
I mean, I feel like
Everyone?
LaJuan did.
You feel like he did, or you know he didn't?
Only other people it could be is my kids, and I know they didn't do that.
I mean, I hope that you're not trying to protect someone, because it's kind of hard to believe, just being honest with you, that you as a mother, stepmother, or whatever you consider yourself, a caretaker. Do you consider yourself a caretaker of Jamaria, at least?
Her mom.
Her mom, okay. As a mother to Jamaria, if you didn't do those things, or didn't do all of those things, I find it hard to believe you didn't see those marks on her body.
No, I didn't see all of it.
Some of them aren't even covered. She's wearing shorts. She's walking around naked, for God's sake.
On some days, yeah.
How did you not see them, though?
Because that week we came back, I was sick. I was in the bed the majority of the time.
But the rest of the time. And
she wasn't.
I'm actually on your side, okay? I'm begging you not to try to cover up for someone and take 100% of the rap. If you're 0% responsible, 90% responsible, anything less than 100% responsible. And if you're 100% responsible, and there's a reason behind it, an explanation behind it, like all her misbehavior, and you couldn't take it anymore, you got upset, you got to your wits' end, or whatever.
I honestly can't say what all he did to her because, like I said, I walked away from it.
I just can't believe that you didn't.
The marks of
Those marks you just saw in the picture, yeah.
Yeah, I did. I didn't see the reaction from the pinch, no, but I did pinch her.
What about her face? Were you aware that her face was swollen? She'd been hit or suffered some kind of injury to her head where it caused her face to swell up? Do you know about that?
No.
No?
I mean, when I saw her, I just thought.
What about on the 16th, the day prior? Do you know about it?
No.
Denia texts you and says, hey, maybe we should reschedule this flight. Let a swelling go down on her head or face. Denia texts you that.
Oh.
Denia saw it.
Did I respond?
Yes. There was a whole conversation. We've got a lot of conversations between you, Denia, you, Deshara, you, Denia, Deshara, you and Lawan, you and your mom, and Lawan. We have all those conversations. Everything.
Remember, he took everyone's phone.
Yeah.
I
don't recall that.
I know that you received a Snapchat photo of her foot when it was burnt from Rosaria. It was on your phone, opened.
I know that's right.
Just because you delete something doesn't mean.
No, Rosaria told me that I found out that she said she took the picture to show me.
You have a picture.
But I never saw the picture.
You have a picture on your phone.
Mm-hmm. I never saw
Jamaria's foot that was opened. And it's the only reason why I know it was open because it wouldn't be there unless it was open.
But she said that she used my phone to take the picture.
But you received it from another Snapchat account.
Like, stop lying.
You live in the same house. Why does she need to send you a picture?
Because they all talk like that. They all talk.
Maria's in the same room as you at some point. She's in the same room as you when she passed away.
I mean, you even had her soak in the pool because you have a saltwater pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the wounds. To give her some kind of relief, right? She's not allowed to swim. She can soak in there. That's what you said.
Wow.
I think that because for her ankle, she's twisted her ankle.
Okay.
And I know, like, anytime I've gotten an injury or the girls, I let them know, like, the salt water make it feel better or relax it or whatever.
Injury like that burn? Is that why she was soaking her foot?
No, if I would not put a burn inside.
I don't know. I'm not.
Did Seven bite her again? And just so you know, she had a laceration behind her ear that looked like it was caused by a dog bite. So across her head, she had a bite mark here and a bite mark here where he grabbed her across the back of her head. When that incident occurred, that you said was you and Rosaria and Jamaria in that room. Did Seven bite her?
I'm not that I know of.
Okay. Were you telling the dog to bite her? Because that's what it sounds like in the video. You're holding the dog back with a leash. I'm gonna let you get her.
No. I probably use it as a scare tactic or something like go, but nothing. No, heck no.
Okay.
Fucking liar.
So how did she have a puncture behind her ear?
I didn't see. I'm not aware of that. I didn't know anything about it.
When she did, she had a puncture from behind her ear. And across the side of her face was like a big dog bite. Seven was a big dog.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
You're a fucking liar.
Yeah.
Murder her, I didn't do none of that.
But you never asked the whole interview how she died.
Because when I have, everyone just don't tell me anything.
But you haven't asked.
I asked her.
So
I was saying, like, I didn't know how she passed away and stuff.
So she died from her injuries. So it's kind of like it's kind of like death by 1,000 cuts. You ever heard of that? You get a little paper cut and it doesn't kill you, right? You get a lot of them. Well, then now your immune system's jacked up because it has to fix these things. It requires energy from your body, so you break down muscle, which breaks down proteins that go in your kidney. It's a whole thing, right? And then she has all these injuries that are staggered historically long. So she's been whipped, she's been pinched, she's been punched, teeth broken, bit in the back of the head by a dog, possibly. She has all these injuries that her little body is trying to fix, right? All at one time. It's a lot. And then she's not given nutrition. She's not given proper amounts of water. She's not given proper amounts of food. And we know this because during the autopsy, we empty their stomachs. We check their bladders. I know what color her urine is. Her urine looked like coffee. And she had so little fluids in her body that we barely didn't get enough blood because her body didn't have enough hydration. So we know she was dehydrated. We know she wasn't fed. And we know she has all these injuries that she's trying to recover from.
I fed her literally every day on the cruise, every day since we.
Here's what happens. When your body can't get food, it breaks down muscle. So I tell you how to starve yourself because you lose all your muscle mass. So your body breaks down this muscle to try to repair itself. Well, the problem is a lot of protein goes in the kidneys. Kidneys aren't built for that. They shut down. And then she dies. So literally preventable from one, not hitting the child like that, not making her exercise like that, not pinching her like that, not having her teeth broke, not having her dog bit, the hydration. The child died because she wasn't given water, enough water. That's why she died.
But I did. I mean, like, there's no, she's never been deprived of no food. Like, everyone has full access to everything in the house.
2,820 photo videos. I know that number because I've watched every one of them more than once.
Okay.
I rarely, if ever, I see Ozari, I see Denai, I see Lawan, I see you, I see everybody getting food.
Well, not me.
You get food.
I don't eat, trust me.
You don't eat often, but you eat more than Jamaria did.
No. Listen, Jamaria moved into our house eating cereal and noodles. If she lost a lot of weight because she told us, because we had meals, she told us that's not what she wants to eat. Dad told her she has to eat those meals that is served to her. So Jamaria lost weight because she couldn't eat cereal and noodles anymore. We found out that me cleaning up the house and stuff like that, we found out that she had been taking her dinners, stuffing it in her backpack, stuffing it in corners, stuffing it under the couch, which is why we got so many roaches now, because they had been taking the food that was cooked for them, placing it in other places. But they still had full access to it. I've never told her not one time she could not go in the kitchen, eat nothing, any of that. I don't know if Dad
For a
told
child
her.
that spends a day in a corner because she didn't disobey her dad or her mom or whatever, if she can't even get out of the corner because to use the bathroom,
I would never.
She's so
leave
scared.
her in the corner for a day. I would never tell her she can't get out.
You said she was in the corner so long she peed herself.
That was on the ship, sir.
But that's my point, is that her mindset, she's 9 years old, she's not an adult. She's so scared of you and Luan that she would stand in the corner and piss herself.
Well, she told me that she did that because he told her she couldn't leave out the time out for anything.
She's so scared. Her dad's a million miles away in her mind. She's out in the ocean. She's on another country. Dad's so far away. And that's mental abuse. She's so programmed and so scared of both of you that she will do whatever it takes.
I don't think she was scared of me.
Okay, yes.
I know that's right.
Even when I disciplined her, she would let me know. She was like, "Mom, I understood what I did, etc., whatever."
Most abuse kids do, you know why? Because they don't want it to happen again.
Right.
They will tell you what you want to hear. So, I'll be your best friend. Don't hit me again.
Right.
She didn't mean it.
I can honestly say I didn't abuse her. I mean,
what is that?
I would let her dad deal with her. I probably had times like that, I would say.
That's abuse. Is that not abuse?
There were times where I did, get overwhelmed. But that was not, I've never left a bruise on her. Like,
what were those pinch marks?
I told you I didn't know that it was bruised from the pinch marks.
Those aren't bruises. Those are cuts from the nail going in. There are some bruises where somebody grabbed her by the arm and dug their nails in and kind of probably pulled her up the stairs or something. But there's a lot of those are actual pinch marks from your fingernails.
Okay, well, I didn't cause all those bruises. And I didn't know that, well, cuts. I've never seen any bruises on her from me disciplining her.
You didn't see his cut marks from the pinch?
Yeah, the ones on her arm.
That's all you saw?
Yeah.
So we're going to leave here today with the story of you did all this, you've never abused her, and you only caused the small fraction of the ones on her arm. That's the story you want to leave with, that you want to take to court and say, here, this is my story. I didn't abuse her. The video was me, but I didn't abuse her, and only the pinch marks on her arm for me. The rest of them are from the lawn, which wasn't there at that house since the 13th. And a lot of these wounds are fresh. If you're gonna go, it wasn't me. You're alone with this child.
She was not. I was sick, literally, and dead.
I bet. And you're probably pissed that she won't let you get some sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I would never do anything to kill her. I would never deprive her of food or any of that. Drink, nothing.
Ego bitch.
I just honestly feel like, I don't know. I honestly feel like, knowing all of this, I just honestly feel like it's a setup. You know, like he's never left the house. He's never left the house. He's never, ever, 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 ever.
By who, the law?
Yeah.
Then why are you trying to protect him by saying I didn't see any of those marks on her, if that's true?
Oh.
The marks that I saw on her from when we flipped her over, I kind of possibly felt like it came from the pinch marks.
By who?
When I pinched her.
Lula Mae James, it is absolutely astounding how y'all just pop up. Y'all don't say, hey, how you doing? Hey, Sean B. Hey, family. Nothing. Just jump right on in there with your comment. You don't greet nobody. Just jump right on in. That's real cute.
So
it goes back to her point. I feel like you're literally taking the fall for Luan. Because if you say Luan was there on the 15th, tell me how to prove it and I'll prove it.
You either did all of that or you know who did all or some of that.
Luan was definitely there on the 15th. All I can say is you're going to have to talk to the kids.
Your kids got to tell the truth.
You talked to all of your
kids don't like telling the truth. And I get it, they're trying to protect their mom, but the problem is they're not protecting the mom, they're just making it worse for you. And now, Deshara, because she's an adult, she's been subpoenaed for grand jury, so she has to testify in this whole case about everything she knows.
Mm-hmm. Yo, dog.
And that means you can't talk to her and tell her what to say, because that's tampering with a witness, but she needs to be honest. And this is serious game. She just started adulthood.
Yeah.
And she needs to tell the truth.
They know he was there. I can't say if all of them know, but they do know he was there. I just feel like he told me that, not told me, he told her this what would happen, and it happened.
Did he ask you to lie for her?
No, he was just like, no matter what, we in this together. And
but you ain't in it together. Look who's in this room.
He ain't in trouble.
He's not in this room.
He's living his best life with his new soon-to-be baby mama.
I know
and
that.
his mom. You're here. He's not.
Right.
Did he threaten you, or are you scared of him? Is that why you're covering for him? If you are,
He always threatened me.
he can't get to you now. How did he threaten you?
He just told me that if I would leave him, he was going to kill me.
I mean, to do with this.
Exactly.
You covering for him, you lying for him, you taking the blame for him.
I mean, basically what he was just saying is like, he can't go back to prison. He can't go back to prison. He can't go back to prison.
But you can go?
I mean, that's what I asked him. He was like,
well, that's some bullshit. If you ask me.
He's got a history of child neglect.
That's all he kept saying is he can't go back to prison. He can't go back to prison.
Why can't he go back to prison? Because he don't want to? I bet you don't want to.
He says he has a baby on the way.
Well, you have how many kids? How many?
4.
Okay. What about your kids? That's his problem.
Since he left that house, and I took your cell phone, you got to show our cell phone, and started talking to him immediately. You're talking, texting back and forth. How often was he concerned about Egypt?
None.
None. He won't care. Jamaria and Jalea were paychecks to him. They just came too late.
Yeah.
And I think that was like the whole reason
And
he
now
got
you're
them.
gonna get out of jail free card for him.
Oh yeah,
That was
absolutely.
the whole reason he got them, because I let him know early on that we're not equipped to deal with this right now. Take on 2 more kids, and we got 4 that we're already struggling with. So I just feel like it was for the money, because him being with them, I never saw him be a father.
No, because he gets the money and you get all the responsibility.
Take care of him.
And I got the responsibility.
And now he gets a free ticket out of jail while you get left holding the bag of shit.
Because he can just say, I wasn't there. There's a video of me leaving. There's a video of him leaving on 13.
What actually happened with him? When was he actually there? Rewind and think about you and your kids instead of him and his kid with his new baby mama that he didn't tell you about.
So basically, at night.
What day are we talking about?
Okay,
Come up with a good one now.
I believe she said it was the day, Saturday.
Who's she?
That were sticks, that he popped with them and stuff. I don't recall.
Can you think of any other objects he would discipline them with besides it?
The belts, the wooden spoon, in confinement and stuff.
I'll just ask it.
So yeah, am I able to call my mom?
Yeah, we'll be able to call your mom. We have to get you booked in, and you can definitely call your mom.
And what did you say I'm being charged with?
Premeditated murder, first degree, which is the top. And then there's aggravated child abuse. And then
why am I being charged with premeditated murder?
Well, because some of the statements that you made while you were attacking Jamaria.
That's right.
About killing her.
Scare tactics.
Well, scare tactics was also premeditation. It's scare tactics, and then if you say it and then it happens, what does that look like?
It's crazy because I only said that because he said that, and I was just repeating to her what her dad said.
I get it, but if you say, I'm going to kill you, and then the child's dead the next day from injuries caused potentially by you, what does that look like?
Murder.
It looks bad, but that's not what happened.
And then the last chart, I think it said child neglect. So aggravated child abuse, child neglect, murder.
Anything else you want to say about any of this?
I go from she
Yeah.
that day.
Yeah. So, and we can go this around and around and around. The cause of her death is based off the injuries she's received over a period of time by you and by the one. With that being said, yeah, it's a contributing factor.
But I
Kicked her down, punched her, or kicked her in the gut, kicked her in the back, stomped her head, grabbed her by her hair, dragged her across the floor, had the dog like he's gnawing on her face, right? And she's at the bottom of the stairs and she's lifeless and helpless and limp. And you're yelling at her to get the fuck up, go upstairs, get the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
This wants me to kill her.
yeah, I was
Okay, so question for you. Does that look good or does that look bad?
no, it looks bad.
Okay. Is that
It was
abuse?
just words.
No, it wasn't just words. You kicked her repeatedly. You stomped her head. You kicked her in the back, hit her in the stomach. You dragged her by her hair across the floor, up the stairs. Like, so that's abuse. I don't know how you want to define that. That's not discipline. That's not corporal punishment. That's not a scare tactic. That's straight up abuse.
Abuse.
So if you're asking me honestly, did you abuse her?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, this wasn't like I hit her on the butt once with a belt and she moved, so I got her lower leg type argument. This is pretty bad. And the video is pretty bad.
So we don't have videos of Milan doing that, whether it be because you deleted them, the ones of him, or he was smart enough not to do it on video. But as far as spending so much time with you, asking you, because your kids have already told us no.
He would take her out.
What, if anything, he had to do with it?
Look how she helped.
Because he ain't gonna throw himself in front of the bus for you, I'll tell you that.
Here's the reality. But Azaria knows the truth. She stood there, right, when this happened. She watched the whole thing go down. She even moves over so she can watch it continue, which is sad. The other part of this is Denia's upstairs at the top of the stairs at the same time this is all going on downstairs, so Denia hears it. And they're both telling me, Mom never touched anybody. She's a good mom. She never puts her hands on anybody. Do I show your 11-year-old that video? Or do I let her believe her mom's not putting her hands on people? Which one would you prefer me to do? Because I haven't shown the video yet.
I mean,
She can't even answer the question.
they know they know that was they know that happened.
Can't even lie.
Listen, we all make mistakes. I know. You have a lot. This kid is a lot. Lawan is a lot.
So, Linda, you asked how much time did this chick get? This chick hasn't gotten any time. She hasn't even been found guilty yet.
Penalty against a woman accused of killing a 9-year-old girl. TYSHAEL Martin is charged with first. A Fox 35 update. The state plans to seek the death penalty against a woman accused of killing a 9-year-old girl. TYSHAEL Martin is charged with first-degree murder. Deputies say she beat and sicked her dog on her boyfriend's daughter. That little girl, JAMARIA Sessions, died back in June. Her own father was also arrested in connection with her death.
Murder of a 9-year-old girl is now the focus of jailhouse letters between her father and his girlfriend. Both are charged in her killing. Flash News' Greg Foss shows us what they reveal about the case and how they have a connection to another child's murder.
Oh, God.
Investigators say this home in a middle-class Montverde neighborhood was a torture ground that ended with the June 17, 2024 death of 9-year-old JAMARIA Sessions. Her father's girlfriend, TYSHAEL Martin, is charged with murder, and the state is seeking the death penalty. JAMARIA's father, Lawan Sessions, is charged with aggravated manslaughter of a child. Detectives say Martin prompted the family's Rottweiler to bite the girl, and she had cuts, bruises, and other signs of abuse. In letters obtained by Wesh 2 News, Martin and Sessions write to each other from their jail cells. Martin often seems despondent, writing that she is depressed, traumatized, cursed, and that she wouldn't do anything intentionally to hurt anyone. She also writes, "I'm sorry," and that this has been a nightmare. How did I get so lost? She refers to Jamaria by her nickname, Mari. In a telling line, she says Mari was disobedient. I was so mad at her. But while she and Sessions both appear to claim some responsibility in Jamaria's death, he writes this regarding the transcript of Martin's interview with detectives. "Your interview breaks my heart. You literally blamed me." He then says detectives pushed him to say, "You were a monster, but I truly didn't. I pray you tell these people I'm innocent." He then advises her she could get a good deal for a full confession or cooperation, and on the murder, that's not premeditated. The letters not only shed light on the murder of Jamaria Sessions and could play a role at the trials of TYSHAEL Martin and Lawan Sessions, they also make mention of the murder of another child and the suspects in that case also here at the jail. 10-year-old Xavier Williams died after being beaten, burned, and suffering trauma from 10-pound weights being dropped on him. His mother, Kimberly Mills, and her boyfriend, Andre Walker, are charged with murder. Martin writes, "The girl who unalived her son," referring to Mills. To Sessions, she asked if you talked to him, referring to Walker, and she needs to know how he feels towards her. Martin and Sessions both make mention of writing future letters in code, apparently to hide their communications. Both have hearings in less than 2 weeks. Covering Lake County, Greg Fox, Wesh 2 News.
As for Kimberly Mills and the murder of her 10-year-old son, Xavier, she is expected to enter a plea deal on January 14th. Her co-defendant, Andre Walker, is due in court on Monday.
Wow. Wow. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know anything about that story. But you see what you see how they say birds of a feather, right? So because both of these ugly bitches is in jail waiting their court cases, having committed or being charged at least for the same sorts of crime, they're bouncing each other's relationship shit off of each other. And instead of this bitch talking about how sorry she is and how she didn't mean this or that, or instead of just blatantly just only speaking about Jamaria and Jamaria's sister, she want to tell this nigga, yo, talk to that nigga and let him know how she feel about the type of man he is. Like, really? Like, these chicks are really fucked up, man. These chicks are really screwed up. That's all she could think about was some relationship stuff. And that's really, really, really messed up. And I hope she gets the death penalty immediately. If it goes to trial, you know what? Let me see right quick. Let me check and see. Let me see. Court full episode. Let me see what this says. Let me see. Trial date set. Okay, let's see what this says.
Good morning, Miss Martin.
Morning.
So as we did last month, I set this today. I still do not see a notice of appearance from anybody.
Yes, we have to get one more payment to him.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and appoint a public defender. If somebody notices in for you, then the public defender will withdraw. But it's just, speedy trial is coming up. Not immediately, but it's something that you need to be aware of and have some advice of that. I don't think so we need to get the ball rolling, and I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you now. If things do not work out with your attorney, then they'll be representing you. And if they do, like I said, they can withdraw from the case, and then, all right.
In addition to the appointment of counsel for defendant Martin this morning, the state is also requesting that the court set the case for trial during the month of February. Yesterday, the court set co-defendant sessions for trial. Trial term begins on February the 3rd. It would seem that based upon the current paths of each defendant and based upon the difference in their charges, it would be most appropriate to try defendant sessions first during the week of February 3rd, and then we would need to begin defendant Martin's trial the following week. I think we could complete defendant sessions in 1 week, but defendant Martin's case I would expect would take a longer period of time.
I would imagine,
Yes, ma'am.
Jury selection will even be that. So,
Yes, and of course, that might affect the court's own calendar, given the length of this trial, because I think otherwise the trial term would only be those 2 weeks, and that might require more time off of the court's calendar in order to complete defendant Martin's trial.
So, and this is really for control purposes, because I sincerely believe any attorney appointed or retained is likely going to ask for a continuance, but perhaps not. So that.
Hold on a minute. Was it not? Hold on, guys. I'm just trying to see if. Okay, the trial date was set. Was there no cameras in the courtroom? What's going on? Arraignment. Oh my goodness. 5 months ago.
Even going back as far as June 2025, are labeled as plea negotiation conference and felony sentencing. TYSHAEL and LaJuan do not appear at those. And hell, according to this message LaJuan sent to jail staff asking when his next court date is, it seems like they don't know what's going on. I don't think there's a plea going on. I think these are Martin and another inmate, and was wondering if she could quit her job and still receive credit. So this officer went down to the pod and pulled the 3 inmates out and spoke to all of them, inquiring what the issue was. An unnamed inmate stated she was being bullied by inmate TYSHAEL Martin and another inmate during her job duties of serving trays and cups of juice or water from the drink cooler at mealtimes.
Oh, y'all, this is her complaining. Yeah, this was her complaining and doing dumb shit when she's supposed to be working. So she getting written up, she's getting warnings, she's complaining, people fucking with her, dogging her, all of that. Check it out, y'all.
The inmate stated that while she was serving trays, TYSHAEL would dip her cup into the drink cooler to get ice and more drink, and would spill drink on the floor, and then this inmate would be made to clean up the mess. When this inmate would tell them to stop, they would bully her and call her names, making her feel uncomfortable. I told them that nobody was allowed to touch any trays or the drink cooler except the house lady, as she was passing them out. The 3 inmates stated that everything was okay. We talked everything out and they could coexist together with no issues. The officer told inmate Martin this was her last warning, as she has been released from AC confinement on 9/27/25 for bullying and or arguing with several other inmates and has multiple incompatibles due to this. TYSHAEL stated that she understood. 2 days later, the victim inmate quit her position as house lady due to still feeling uncomfortable about things being said to her. Before we get into the next disciplinary incident, I wanted to just put in a quick standing in the hallway. At that time, first, let's keep going. This has been labeled as police information, and we see there's physical evidence of camera footage. The reporting officer writes on October 31st, 2025 at approximately 7:30 a.m., Sergeant Tallarico and I were conducting PREA rounds in the housing unit. Upon exiting, both house ladies were observed standing in the hallway. At that time, an inmate approached Sergeant Tallarico and me and reported an incident that had allegedly occurred. The inmate stated that TYSHAEL Martin made physical contact with her by touching her thigh and buttocks and commented, "Nice ass." The inmate was asked if she wished to file a formal PREA complaint at that time. She appeared uncertain and explained that when she previously sent a message to classification via the kiosk, she stated, "Sergeant Malloy told me if I file a PREA complaint that I would be fired from my job." To ensure separation from inmate Martin, the inmate was placed in the attorney booth. I then returned to my office to retrieve paperwork and blank paper to document any informational report regarding the alleged incident. Upon returning to the pod, I had the inmate moved to the multi-purpose room to continue the interview and obtain further details. During the conversation, I again asked the inmate if she wished to file a formal PREA complaint. She initially agreed, then changed her mind several times. While providing additional details, she stated that the unwanted physical contact occurred during breakfast that morning. She also clarified that there was no blank penetration involved in the incident. After gathering the information, I returned to my office to review the camera footage corresponding to the time frame provided by the inmate. During my review, I observed inmate Martin approach the inmate and place her hand on the inmate's upper arm. Over a 30-minute review period, this was the only physical contact observed. I also spoke with inmate Martin about the alleged incident, and she denied making any kind of unwanted physical contact with anybody. The officer went back to the pod and informed the inmate that the footage did not show inmate Martin touching her thigh or her buttocks during that encounter. The inmate stated that during the moment when inmate Martin rubbed her arm, her hand slid down to her buttocks and thigh area. I explained to the inmate that this alleged contact could not be confirmed through camera footage. At this time, there is insufficient evidence to substantiate inmate allegations of the incident as described. However, the video review did show uninvited physical contact initiated by inmate Martin toward the inmate. As a precautionary measure, inmate Martin was moved from that pod and placed on administrative confinement pending further review by classification. An incompatibility was also established between the two inmates. Inmate Martin was asked if she would like to be checked by medical staff, and she denied any treatment. This concludes my involvement at this time. Nothing further. These incidents were just 5 days apart, and it was less than a month after TYSHAEL was taken off of AC, administrative confinement, that she was placed back in AC. And 2 weeks later, we have another report. As you can see, the offense or class is a disciplinary report, and attachments are photos of contraband items. On Sunday, November 16th, 2025, the officer writes, at approximately 12:20 p.m., the deputy was returning back to the pod from lunch. I saw Deputy Perkins, who relieved me for lunch, was on the phone with Corporal Willman. I set my food down on the desk and was waiting for Deputy Perkins to hang up the phone. During this time, inmate Martin was at her door and yelled, "Miss Stewart." I ignored her because I was waiting on Deputy Perkins to get off the phone due to an incident that occurred while I was out at lunch. And I saw that it involved inmate Martin, so I did not respond to her. A few seconds later, TYSHAEL Martin yelled from her cell door, "Miss Stewart." At this time, I was annoyed and responded back with, "What?" And then inmate Martin yells, "What? What do you mean, what? You can't answer me like that." I responded back with, "Yes." I can respond back any way I want. I just return to my unit and just put my food down on the desk. TYSHAEL responds back, well, how was I supposed to know that? The deputy says, ma'am, get off of your door. TYSHAEL responds, I don't have to get off my door. The deputy repeated her command again, ma'am, get off the door. Inmate Martin replied, I'm not on my door. And she's standing at her door. I then exited my unit and called Corporal Willman to notify him of the interaction that just occurred. After our conversation, I decided that inmate Martin would be receiving a DR for conduct in refusing. While searching inmate Martin's cell, an excessive amount of contraband items were found, including an excessive amount of condiments from inmate food trays, personal hygiene items provided by booking when a person is first booked in, and also a Lunchables s'more dippers that is not able to be bought on commissary, meaning she obtained it from the outside by unknown means. I will be also charging her an additional charge for being in possession of these contraband items.
Now, for anybody that don't know what get off the door means, that means get out of the doorway so that the door can be closed. That's what they were trying to do. They were trying to close the door and, close her in it. Maybe it was lock-in time or whatever. But that's what get off the door means. And contraband is materials such as books, magazines. It could be weapons. It could be medication, any kind of food that is not sold on commissary, because food from the cafeteria you shouldn't have in abundance unless you're like pregnant or you have a medical reason, because then a lot of times women will look out for pregnant women and give them their fruit, their juice, their milk, because they sympathize or empathize with the pregnant woman that they know she can't eat that unhealthy, disgusting food, but they want to feed the baby. A lot of women that are locked up, they show contrition to the baby, that the baby is innocent, and they try to mother the pregnant woman as much as they deem her necessary, right? And so that all those kind of things, it could be health and beauty aids, all kind of stuff like that. Some things are available on commissary, but if you have it in abundance, it's crossed the borderline of regulation into contraband. Like they said, Lunchable dippers, that's not on commissary. So no inmate could have given that to her by legal means, by regulatory means. So someone had to give it to her from the outside. She may have stolen it off the desk inside of an office, but she got it by some means from outside. Okay, Lula May James, I had banned you, but I changed my mind because you are new here. And so I just wanted to give you a solid and let you know, while I'm not the gatekeeper at other people's channels, I'm really not. And I'm not even trying to be funny. But over here on Miss Sean B's channel, we treat each other with the utmost respect. We show each other love and grace over here. We are a family. We speak to everyone. And we don't have to say everybody's individual names. You know what I mean? But we definitely greet the host. And we all do it wherever we go. Wherever we go, we all do the same thing, Lula May. So I just want you to understand, I'm not talking down to you. I don't even know how old you are or whatever. But respectfully speaking, you speak to the host. You say hi to the mods. And you say hi to the chat. Or you could just come in and say, hey, everybody. That's it. That's all I'm asking. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm glad that you do. I'm glad that you apologize, and I appreciate it. I appreciate that a lot. because I banned the person before you because they continued to disregard me, and I'm not having it. Now, people can think what they want and feel how they need to, but I demand my respect and the respect of everyone in the chat. So if someone else, let's say, for example, when Dwayne Goods came in, if he hadn't said anything to me or to any of you, I would have said something to him. You understand what I'm saying, Lula May? So that's all I'm saying. Just show some respect. Say hey to everybody. It's just a simple greeting. And with that, you'll be shown nothing but love and appreciation. All right? Thank you, boo. Hey, Dwayne. Welcome, babe.
The inmate will be charged with the following: refusing to obey an order of any staff member, conduct which disrupts, interferes with the security or orderly running of the facility, and possession of contraband. I will attach photos of the items in the DR. End of report. And you know we got photos. So that looks like that is the hygiene. I see a comb. I see a deodorant. I see a toothbrush. So that looks like that's the excessive amount of hygiene. And as the officer said, these are things that are given to people in booking when they first get in jail. This is the s'mores, the Lunchables dipping s'mores. And the officer said that they're not able to get this off of the commissary list. So how did she get it? Or can they get this off the commissary list and the officer is not aware? And then we have lots of trash: oatmeal cream pies, Nutty Buddies, Nestles, all kinds of shit. Now, there was a witness that made a statement. And it's funny because it starts off by saying no comments, but this is a witness statement form. Anyhow, the inmate says no comments to what occurred. I was laying down during the time. I just heard Martin yelling at officer about being told to get off her door. An officer responded to Martin in a very shitty manner. When Martin gave the officer the same shitty manner, which the officer shouldn't take her aggression out on people who don't deserve it. Girl, you probably should just not wrote that.
Like, for real.
This is a hearing notice for TYSHAEL. It pretty much repeats what she's being charged with. It repeats the officer's statement. And it says that inmate wishes to appear before inmate disciplinary committee. Inmate wishes to wait 24 hours before appearing. Staff assistance requested, no. And ultimately, TYSHAEL was found guilty. The board review document shows the findings of guilty: 30 days loss of the following privileges, which is rec time, visitation, gain time, and credits for time served. And my friends, this concludes the disciplinary portion. Any issues with the following inmates? They're redacted, of course. And would like to drop incompatibles. Also, if it's not too much to ask, if approved, may this move be made tomorrow morning? I have a lot of paperwork to sort through and would like to organize everything before a sudden move. If this could kindly be considered, thanks. Staff replied the same day, received and filed. Now, this message was sent by TYSHAEL on October 31st, 2025. Remember, this is the same day where the house lady inmate made the allegation that she touched her buttocks and she was placed back in AC pending classification review. On that same day, she writes, "Hello, can someone explain to me why I have been moved?" Staff replied, "You will need to ask the supervisor that had you moved, Corporal Willman, I believe." And best believe she contacted Corporal Willman. "Hey, Corporal Willman, am I able to make a police report due to false allegations against me? I don't feel like I should be penalized behind lies. There's only one inmate that always is physically playing with me and all of the other girls in the pod, and it's blank. I have never touched her in an inappropriate way. She told me once I got back in the pod that she only dropped the do not mix in order to not be on AC, and that she would lie on me again to send me back. I told all the inmates, and she also admitted these things. Why am I the one being moved?" It looked like it took the corporal some time to get back to her. The reply was sent on November 15th saying, "My supervisors discussed this matter with you." Prior to her getting a reply from that last message, she sent out another message saying, "I would like to speak to Willman, please." That was November 3rd. They responded back to her on November the 11th. forwarded. And then the following day, November 4th, she sends another message stating, I've been requesting to talk to someone since October 31st, 2025, but I also want to document all of this. On 11/3/25, I found out who made the false allegations against me, and I would like to inform you that there was never a situation occurring in the pod where I was inappropriately touching this female. There was only one time when I was close to her, and that's when she came and sat next to me on the bench as I was speaking to CO Newman. She was speaking bad about 3 inmates, with one of them being her finger, and I said, stop discussing the inmates to prevent trouble. However, her allegations were only made due to the fact that on 10:30, she, Vicky Williams, and myself were playing cards later that evening. And she confided to me that she felt uncomfortable whenever Corporal Went came around because allegedly he looks at her as if she's a piece of meat. I asked her, why does she feel that way? And her response was that T.O. Hoover told her that he likes chunky white women, and Hoover felt like he was looking at her, as well as I said he could just be looking around the pod. But either that night or early the next morning during breakfast on 10/31/25, Vicky and I was discussing her allegations, and I said I would be telling the officers. She heard me say that as she walked by my cell. Then next thing I knew, I was being moved. The cameras will prove she came and sat next to me that day. Also, how she offered me food and placed it in my cell while I was downstairs. How we played cards together, and after she told me that I got up and had another inmate finish my game. Also, how I approached her at the cabinet that night, thanking her for the food. Again, neither her or any CO said anything to me about anything. Vicky Williams can back up everything I'm saying. Also, the cameras. I have informed my legal team and I would like to file a report. They've also informed me to do an appeal on the false allegations.
What
Thanks.
legal team?
Staff
No, you ain't got
responded
no legal
forwarded
team.
on 11/25. TYSHAEL writes, I have not been able to go to rec all week because my one other incompatible. May I ask for my side of the story to be verified because the cameras and my witness can vouch for everything I'm saying. And I do remember now that it was the morning of 10/31/25 that she overheard me telling Vicky Williams how I plan to be forthcoming to the supervisors about her allegations towards the officers once they made their rounds. She got upset and lied on me before I could do it. And every action towards me since then dictates that because she's white, she's right. I was only asked had I did the things alleged against me, which I replied, never. However, I'm still being punished for absolutely no reason at all. This is teaching her that it's okay for her to make false allegations towards others because she's going to get away with it. I want to file a report. Staff responded on 11/12, speak to your rec officer. The next day, 11/6/2020, in me confounded because it never happened. I have a CO as a witness. It never occurred, and an inmate as a witness as to why she made these false allegations. She told me how the male corporal was making her feel uncomfortable, etc. So the next day, I told another inmate I was going to tell the supervisors. She overheard the discussion, then went on the kiosk and made false allegations towards me. I was moved and punished for something I did not do. I would like to speak to someone higher and also file a police report about her making these allegations. Some way, turn her words against her. So you wanted us to pull.
I wanted y'all to see the house that they lived in. It's a beautiful home. It's absolutely a beautiful home. It was originally owned by her mother, but her mother moved and gifted her this home. It was, however, sparsely decorated. Well, should I say sparsely furnished? I'll put it that way. It's a very big house. So it's a lot of white. I'm gonna try to find some updated pictures. See, I saw this very early on in the case in 24. But it's a lot of white going on inside of the house. So it looks even bigger than what it is. But it also has a basement because this is the first floor. But there's a basement as well. And that's where the pool table and things were. So It's a really, really big house. It's a beautiful house in a beautiful neighborhood. She just didn't do shit with it. Right? She didn't do a goddamn thing with this house. And as it stands, I don't know what the mother ultimately did with the house. I didn't play it during the interrogation, but the other thing I wanted to bring to y'all's attention, anyone who didn't hear it on previous occasions, the detectives gave her a chance to call her mother, to let her mother know that they would be calling her and this and this and that. Well, during that conversation, TYSHAEL was trying to make it seem as if the mother knew stuff that she was trying to get the mother to like second or back up what she was claiming to the investigators. And the mother was like, yeah, nah, I'm not getting in that. Okay, I will answer what questions you have for me, but I'm telling the truth. And that's it. That's all. I don't know nothing about this. I only know a little bit about that. And that's it. Okay. Other than that, I don't know nothing. And it was so very telling how even in the face of the detectives, she was still being a narcissistic, lying, conniving bitch. But her mother was going for none of that. And that is the kind of mother that I applaud. Okay? That is the kind of mother that I applaud. I'm with you when you're right. But when you're wrong, your grown ass got to own up to what the hell you did. And what you did was wrong. That's just it. I will do what I can to make sure that you have good counsel. But your grown ass living on your own, I done gave you a house, right? I make sure that you and the kids come with me when I go on my cruises and on my trips. Make sure y'all get the bottom, the best discounts and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not jumping in that ring with you because you done messed around and did some old dumb shit. I'm not doing that. And I respect her for that. Why do I say it like that? Because I can take it back to the Carmelo Anthony's case. I will make sure that without cutting off my own freedom and my comfortable living, because see, like I tell my kids, don't get your ass in no trouble. Don't do it because I'm not coming. And there's a number of reasons why Sean B is not coming. One, because my nerves, my soul could not take seeing my child locked up. That's number one. But I will send a lawyer. I'm not going to send a lawyer that's going to make me have to sell my house. I'm not sending a lawyer that's going to jeopardize me being able to pay my bills. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not. I don't give a damn who don't like it. But see, I'm the kind of parent, like I am assuming the Anthonys are, that raise their child right. Right? See, the Metcalfs, those boys were taught hatred. They were taught bigotry. They were taught racism. Anthony was not. Carmelo Anthony was not. And so that's why I said I could put myself in either parent's shoe. And if my set of twins did what they did, well, damn it, I'm going to send a lawyer. But I'm not putting my life in jeopardy. If Carmelo Anthony were my son, I would be getting him the best attorney that I could afford. When I say afford, so that I could stay within the standard of living that I'm in. I might even go a step further because due to the circumstances, my child was protecting himself. Protecting yourself is self-defense. Committing first-degree murder? No. No. They didn't square up, so that ain't even manslaughter. It's not even involuntary manslaughter because he didn't square up to fight these boys and then something happened that he didn't mean to happen. No, he did it. They jumped him. So if you start a fight, you don't get to dictate how it ends. You shouldn't have started it. If I start a fight with you, Pam, we could just say an argument. If I start an argument with you, Pam, and you lash out and give me a good goddamn cussing out, should that escalate to a fight? No. Words against words. I started it. So I deserve whatever it is you got to say back to me. I should have left you alone. Okay. Where this case is concerned, with TYSHAEL, she shouldn't have did that to that little girl. She shouldn't have done that to that little girl's sister. The father should not have done it either. Shouldn't have participated in any kind of way. So the fact that mama ain't going out of her motherfucking way, going broke and, changing her lifestyle and putting shit on hold, I don't blame her. Because you were wrong for doing that. You won't treat your kids like that. That's right. That's right, lady. Lady said also, we can agree to disagree. Don't mean we have to go to war with one another. Absolutely. Absolutely. Linda said you are an old school parent, which a lot of those parents are gone. You are right about that. Because these new age parents will do anything for money and try to be cool with their kids. Man, listen here. Listen here. I come from the school that if your teenage kids ain't mad at you, you're not doing something right. That's the school I come from. Because teenagers, they y'all see how every time I get to talking like this, the numbers in the box go down. The people in attendance go down. That's because they can't handle the truth. You know what I'm saying? What are you teaching your children if you always run to their rescue, lie to get them out of what they've done wrong, right? Jump in front of whatever the fuck they've done wrong and try to save their asses from consequences. You're creating a monster. I'll tell you that's what you're doing. You're creating a fucking monster that you ought to be careful if they don't turn around and turn on your ass because they're not used to consequences. They're not used to you telling them no. They're not used to you not running to their rescue. They're not used to mom and dad or mom or dad jumping to their defense. At some point, you got to deal with life on life's terms, not yours. Because everybody don't live by your terms. That's why there are things called laws. And that's for both sides. The right side and the wrong side. There are things called laws. What Holly did to Romika was not self-defense. Because self-defense is if you can get away, you get away. If you can de-escalate, de-escalate. If you can protect yourself, protect yourself. Holly could have done all of that when she turned her back, went and got in her car to grab a firearm, when she could have gotten in the car, closed the door, locked it, and pulled off. Because even like the white side has said, Carlos moved his car up, which created what? A space. KARMELO tried to go away. They grabbed his hoodie and pulled him in. How is Carmelo deserving of any time in prison is beyond me. He tried to go away. If you come fucking with me and I say, listen, don't touch me, and you keep talking shit, and I say, listen, long as you don't touch me, I'm good. And you keep talking shit, and I say to you, all right, well, put your hands on me and see what happens. That means that I'm going to make you stop touching me. Period. Because once you put your hands on me, I now feel some type of way. And what Carmelo felt was fear. That's what he said. He felt fear because they were jumping him, pushing him. He almost fell off the bleachers. And they had a reputation of being bullies to everyone within the circumference of them. So he had every right to defend himself. When you defend yourself, that is self-defense. It's literally the same damn term. But in closing, what I will say is, it is about to be, next week will be the 17th anniversary of Michael Jackson's death. And right before, literally 12 hours before Michael Jackson died, he was conducting a series of rehearsals because he was about to embark on a tour. And the name of that tour was This Is It. Michael Jackson was 50 years old, 50. And he was about to go on a multi-country tour because he was going to go back into retirement. And during that rehearsal, I actually had, at the time when it came out, it was out on DVD. It's on TV now. You guys literally can watch it on YouTube. I haven't gotten permission to show it yet, and personally, I don't want my page stricken. So all you have to do is put in the search bar, Michael Jackson, This Is It tour rehearsal, right? And during that rehearsal, he was practicing a song. And the name of that song is called The Earth Song. And one of the verses that he sang touched me. And it says, what about us? What about the children dying? Can't you hear them crying? Where did we go wrong? No. What about us? What about the children dying? Can't you hear them cry? Where did we go wrong? Can someone tell me why? That's very telling to me, y'all. That man had a look on the world that a lot of people ignored. They laughed at him. They called him Wacko Jacko because he had become a drug addict. They tried to make him out to be a child molester. They said some awful things about Michael for it to only be proven a lie decades later. I wish that racism didn't exist, y'all. I wish that hatred didn't exist. If we spent more time trying to teach and learn, talk, and listen, we might all be in a better place, a better space. Y'all be good. Peace.
Cheap thrills, just grace and fire. Taking buried details higher and higher. Where the whispers get drowned and the weak get missed. She's a soulful reminder they still exist. She can feel when the story ain't sitting right. So she walks through the dark just to bring back light. With that grown woman glow and pimping a flare. She's reaching for the truth, cause it's waiting there. On YouTube, tune in, let the realness ride. Like, share, subscribe, keep the truth alive. Sean B on the scene, bringing dark today. Giving lost names rhythm, giving silence a say. Like, share, subscribe, let the people come through. When Sean B talks truth, baby, everybody knew. She got that city soul, that uptown grace, and a mind that can read what time can't erase. So gather round close, let the story unfold. Some truths need a voice, some hearts need to hold. And she won't let the quiet just fade away. She's turning low, whispers into words that stay. On YouTube, tune in, let the realness ride. Let the realness ride. Like, share, subscribe, keep the truth alive. Sean B on the scene, bringing dark today. Bringing dark today. Giving lost names rhythm, giving silence a say. Like, share, subscribe, let the people come through. Sean B keeps it real, and she's speaking it true. Sean B, true crime, where the hidden gets revealed, and every story